up, everybody? This is Grim86, Freedom First Podcast. We are broadcasting from our command center deep behind enemy lines. I'm Chris.
I'm Johnny Doe, and the details of my life are quite inconsequential.
I'm Kenny.
And my name is Jamie. And we're here to spread the word of freedom. We had a pretty good response to last week's show, so we're here. We're back. We're doing it again.
Yep.
We're bringing you guys another one. Hopefully we can keep these going every week for you. We'll try and be as consistent as life lets us.
That sounded like a cop-out to me a little bit.
Just a
Hey,
little
hey.
I'm not judging.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
bit. Right.
So, all right. I'm just going to get right into it.
Go for it.
The first thing I'm going to talk about, this will be the second show in a row. So we're 2-2 that I talked about David Hogg.
That
right.
fuck.
David
So-
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
The brow.
I had to bring him up. I don't have any articles really to show, so we're just going to talk about it. I guess what recently happened to his home was he got swatted. You guys familiar with what swatting is?
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Do know that one.
so for people who don't know what it is,
It's by a wasp team.
yeah, a wasp team, a team of wasps. They it originally started out. I don't know if this is where it originally started, but it's most persistent in actually the video game community. When you got two like Call of Duty players just talking so much shit to one another that they literally exchange addresses in some sort of guise that they're going to come and
They get butt hurt and then
yeah,
they,
like
Well,
they
they can-
handle shit.
You can find somebody through their IP address, right?
Video game thug.
You can, but remember how I was talking about the VPN stuff last week?
Yeah.
There's ways you can make it so they can't.
Ooh, that was my chair. I didn't fart this time.
Anywho,
Sorry.
what happened was this kid David, he got swatted, but he and his mother were not home. So like, here's the thing: as much as I don't like what this kid stands for, nobody should have a SWAT team called to their house because this is apparently it was a hostage threat or someone had a gun inside his home. So it was a fully armed like SWAT team that showed up. The sheriff's department for that county showed up and
Well, his dad's an FBI agent also, right?
oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, I think his dad is either an FBI agent or was an FBI agent.
And he's a CIA operative too, I thought, right?
Oh, I don't know about
That was
that.
a joke. Gosh.
One
I'm
and
all,
the same.
I'm all wait.
Sheesh.
Dad was
So-
or
Yeah,
or
I'm
him?
pretty sure.
No, I was talking about the caveman.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I wanted to bring it up is because like I said, as much as I'm not really for what this guy stands for, he has every right to stand for those things, right?
Sure.
And swatting someone could potentially be fatal. And
Yeah.
I don't think you shouldn't fuck around with that stuff. Someone in my family got swatted, and I think it was over a video game.
No shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the city that we live in.
Well,
Jesus.
did you hear? There's a kid who actually got like sentenced to life in prison for swatting.
Yes.
He got something like 150 years because.
But yeah, he was a
Did-
repeat offender though.
Well, no, but what happened was he sent a SWAT team over to this person's house, and his father, the kid's father or whatever, of the place that they swatted, had a gun, and when they came in, he pulled a gun out, and they wound up killing this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just because he was defending his home.
yeah, he was defending his home, and he
Right, I
sees,
remember
he
that.
Sees all, yeah, they wind up killing him, and this kid who called in to SWAT got like 150 years of
Jesus.
federal prison, not prison, federal prison. You do 100% of your time.
Yeah, shit push prison.
Yeah. Pound me in the ass prison.
Yep, pretty much.
Federal prison is more.
Tell us. Well, I feel like you know about this subject for some reason.
I do. Federal prison is more like a country club than like if you did it in like a state prison. It's not as hard as prison period's hard, but you're afforded more.
There's
luxuries.
a lot of guys hard there, I know.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
you.
you're afforded more luxuries in a federal prison than you are a state prison. So
Because
Gotcha.
that's usually the worst one that you hear of is penitentiary, right? State penitentiary.
correct.
Yeah.
State
Okay.
penitentiary. No.
Is it penitentiary?
Yeah.
I was saying it wrong.
Yes, but it's okay. I said
Penitentiary.
Monsanto wrong all last week.
Monsanto's.
So
the fresh maker.
So it's okay.
Santos.
Monsanto.
Dude, okay. So, yeah, I just think that was kind of a step in the wrong direction for gun enthusiasts and gun advocates because it was obviously...
Was that who did it to him?
Well, no,
though?
obviously we don't know who did it,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And the article doesn't
I'm
explain
sorry,
who.
but the dude just seems like a dick in general.
I think he kind of deserved what he got, but yeah, no one should do that to someone. That's fucked up.
Well, it's to me, it's a step in the wrong direction, right? Because
Right.
it's like, why succumb to something like that when they just have a different belief than you? So, and my thought process is that it was obviously somebody that has a different political siding than he does.
Oh, of course,
So I don't know. It just seems like it's a bunch of.
Hey, really quick, what happened to the bald head little boy that was with him?
The girl?
Oh, that was a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Emma.
I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you were pretty close, though.
Emma something. The one who wore the fucking communist country patch on her.
Cuban flag.
Yeah, the Cuban flag patch.
Whoa.
I feel
Yeah.
so uncomfortable.
That was
right
a-
now.
Bleep
Yeah.
that out. God damn. I swear I'm only to the neck of this beer. It's not
So,
even.
yeah.
He drank.
Yeah.
He drank the neck of the bottle. And
That was
he's-
32 ounces.
I'm already slurred my
yeah,
words.
it's already slurred.
I'm fucked. Fucked. This whole thing's going off.
See,
the
that's what happens when you come to the podcast tired. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
That and you
Yeah.
don't buy the other 8 ounces.
See, if you were drinking a 40, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
though.
see, you'd have been good.
Malt liquor is not beer. All right, it is different.
It's malt liquor.
Yeah,
Sure.
it affects you differently.
It's beer.
You guys don't want me drinking 40s on the fucking podcast. I got a keyboard here. I got to operate shit. Come on, I got
What's
to pull
8 ounces?
up. It's like it's not the same
I
substance.
love how this is an issue on the show.
It is.
Only between Kenny and me because he gives
I
me
know.
shit every
He
single
does.
time. I
We
show
are
him
going to
his
start a
fucking beer.
GoFundMe page for you so you can afford the 8 ounces.
Everyone's going to send you 40s.
Right.
Dude, send me all the 40s. I'll
All right,
drink
there
them
you go.
on the show.
On the
drink
show,
all
he'll
the
drink
40s.
all the 40s.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Jamie
Just-
needs 40s.
We'll get a Jamie's beer fridge and we'll just start putting all the donations in there.
Stocking 40s.
There
It'll
we
be
go.
great. It'll be great.
I pledge $20 right now.
See, I like the
20 bucks.
commitment. I really appreciate that.
I'm not
problem.
pledging shit.
I'm not surprised, Kenny. You asshole.
You asshat.
Hey, man, you got to make this show work.
Help
Let's do it.
fund my addiction, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just buy the fucking 40s. Just stop buying 32 ounces.
They're more money.
We went
It's
over
like,
this,
it's
dude.
12 cents more. We talked
It's
about
not.
this last
It's
week.
way more than that.
Whatever. Moving along.
Moving along.
So they brought a SWAT team to the guy's house because they got word that he has a club and a spear because that's generally what cavemen have. Is that what happened there?
You're making fun of his
I'm
brow.
feeling
again.
like
All
his
right.
brow line
Because
is
he's a
kind of
Neanderthal. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But him and his mom weren't home.
They were not home. They were in a different state receiving a. It was actually it was a human rights or human something award. They were getting an award.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
Why are they giving this kid an award?
Because
because the left
That's what-
loves
For
Yeah,
being
yeah,
the
that's
biggest tool.
He wasn't even at school that day, I heard.
I mean, why did they
No,
give?
he wasn't.
Why do they give awards to people who like Kaepernick? You know,
Yeah, he got the
Or
Robert,
Obama
Yeah.
Robert F. Kennedy.
before
Yeah.
he even served.
he
Human
got
Rights Award.
Yeah, he got the human. Well, wait, he got the human rights
He
award.
did. He was
I
in
think
Washington.
Kaepernick got the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
displaying like.
We're not touching that subject. We're moving along. Let's go.
Yeah. We can move past that one for right now. Did you guys hear about the guy in the UK who got taken out by 2 cans of beans in a fucking like a Quickie Mart type of thing?
Was he stealing?
He was trying to rob the place, and I guess there were 3 cops in there, but they don't have guns, right? So one of the guys just grabs a
Chuck
couple
it.
of cans of beans off the shelf and
Sweet.
just beans the
Throws
guy
it
in the
at
head
him.
with it. Literally beans him.
Coming to the UK soon, outlawing canned goods.
They're gonna say
The
common sense
Assault
bean control.
can.
Common sense.
I'm
being
telling you, man,
controlled.
they're trying to go back to like spears and arrows.
Oh, caveman days.
yeah,
Interesting.
Spears and arrows. They're gonna fight the world with spears and arrows.
Dude, swords will come back.
So yeah.
Fucking
no,
swords.
Well,
they
they're already outlawed
they
there.
outlawed knives. There's no way.
Nice,
can't have
yeah,
that
true.
shit, yeah.
I just mean here. Get rid
Oh,
of.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
We'll.
Well,
before we get too
California-
far
Yeah,
into
I
no,
it.
almost
no,
had a
Cal-
big old
Cal-
fat slip there. But
California has a ban on swords. Like you can't have sharpened edges on swords.
well, to
I
ship them, to like buy them or whatever I think it is, because you can own
Right, because once you get it, you can sharpen
Yeah,
it, but you
you just
can't
can't buy
actually
'em that way.
transport
Yeah,
sharpened
yeah.
weapons.
And I'm,
like that.
and I'm pretty sure you can carry it out in the open as long as it's not concealed.
I have a friend.
I don't know.
Check
think
this
so.
out. I have a friend who he was on one. He was on a good one. For you, those of you who don't know what that means, that's a good thing. So he was running around with the sword because his dealer burned him or something, and he showed up to his dealer's house and attacked.
I feel like you just gave away what it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, come on.
No, go ahead.
We're all adults here. So his
Maybe.
his dealer burns him. He shows up to his house and like cuts his dealer and his dealer's friend. Like he takes swipes at him. The cops arrest him for mayhem.
Sweet.
So mayhem in California is like 20 years automatic.
Oh wow.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Mayhem is a different category of hooliganism.
Yeah,
It's
I like that.
Mayhem is real shit. Like
It's cool as shit.
just running around hacking people up, or
It's a class A or class 1 felony.
it's a strike.
Right.
Dude, how fucking terrified would you be? Some guy kicks in your door with a goddamn claymore or some shit, with a sword.
Oh, with a claymore.
Yeah, a
Let's talk
claymore.
about the sword.
Yeah, claymore's like the one that William Wallace had.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Braveheart.
yeah,
They're,
okay.
It's like a 9-foot fucking
Right.
sword.
Damn.
Or a samurai sword or some shit, dude.
do my
what the
best to
fuck?
defend myself. That's for sure.
Ninjas are coming.
Yeah, Uma Thurman kicks down your door. She's like,
Holy shit! I might
Scimitar
dive
Hanzo
through the
sword.
window.
Was there another free talk that you were gonna?
There is. Today's election day
Oh.
in California.
Yeah.
So today we had some ballot measures that went. We're still waiting on election results. It's only 7:30. Close.
Erection and
Polls
results.
close at 8:00, I believe. So we're waiting for election results. I guess the governor race is Gavin Newsom. People are talking about wanting him as governor.
No.
Ooh.
There's ballot measures. California wants to steal more money from us. They want to add a bond measure that basically collects $400 million a year to take care of our parks or something like that over the next 20 years. So
what is classified as a park?
I don't know.
State park, national park.
This is what I did. Any program that wanted money, I said no.
Okay.
Yeah, taxation is theft.
And that's why California's collected so much tax on us that and we don't know what's going on with the money. We don't know where it's going.
I do. Vacations. Gavin Newsom's ass was in Hawaii when there was an oil spill in San Francisco.
Yeah,
when he was the mayor. So fuck Gavin Newsom.
So they want to improve our parks. They want to improve the roads in Santa Clara County, which is the county that we live in.
You're giving away our location.
We're deep behind enemy lines here. That's why we say this. We're in California, near San Francisco. So it's extra liberally around here. But yeah, those are the ballot measures. They want to improve our roads, but they've taken money for all this already. They've already taken all the money for this. Why are we paying again?
Yo, where's the money going from the lotto? That's what I want to know.
Hey, there's a lotto. We have all of the everything that's going on in Silicon Valley, Facebook, Amazon. Well, not Amazon, Facebook. We have who else is here? Google is huge.
PayPal.
Yeah. So I mean, those are huge companies, and we're going to get into that a little bit later on in our second segment.
Ooh, second segment.
Second segment.
We have a second segment today?
Yeah, we do.
Boys and girls, I'm excited today.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so to touch on free talk really quick,
Ooh.
I don't know if you've been following in the news, but the volcano that happened in Guatemala.
Oh, yeah, I
a little
saw
bit,
that, man.
a little bit. Yeah.
That was some Dante's Inferno shit, dude.
Yeah,
People cut
seriously.
off by lava.
Why isn't there more news about that?
Because we know why.
Because the brown people, brown people get no
Exactly.
press.
Exactly. So, yeah, that is just tragic what's going on there. And
Yeah.
it's really not even covered by your local news or just by international news, period. It was just like a hot little thing like, oh, volcano in Guatemala. There's like 200 and some thousand people still missing. All right.
Wow.
Anyways, your local weather.
Yeah, I happened to catch a clip on Facebook. That's the only reason why I know that there was a volcano going on in Guatemala.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. If you actually go online and look up some of the clips that are online, it's really sad.
It's kind of like it's not like Hawaii, where Hawaii is all beautiful and it's all like a controlled volcano. This is just a monster volcano that hit these people out of
Yeah, there
nowhere,
was a
right?
huge pyroclastic flow that basically blanketed the whole city, which is the capital of Guatemala, and buried a bunch of people. And yeah,
Wow.
like I said, look it up if you're interested, and see where you can help, or if you want to go volunteer or whatever. Well, I wouldn't say go volunteer because it's actually still active right now. It's pretty bad down there,
Fucking
but
But at least look into
at
it.
least
Yeah.
look into it. And,
Yeah, I don't really heard about
actual goddamn lava. Apparently, like I caught an interview with some of the residents that are like, oh, you're told when you move here that this is a living island. That this sort of thing might actually happen. And he's like, yeah, you get told that and you really just kind of think it's because of liability in the beginning, and like, holy shit, it's actually happening. There's fucking lava in my backyard. My house might burn down.
Yeah.
Like, actually having to worry about liquid hot magma straight up once in your like, I'm trying to make light of it because it's a really terrible thing that happened, but like, there's never going to be a point in my life, I don't think, unless Yosemite actually decides it wants to go off, if we're even close enough to
You
that.
mean
to
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, Yellowstone. Whichever one is an actual volcano.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Super volcano.
Geography, it's a weird thing.
And actually, their guesstimation on that is off, and within the next 27 years, they predict that it will erupt.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Well,
But for these people, it's happening right now.
we
Right.
are in the what is it called, the Ring of Fire.
Yes.
So I mean, it's likely to happen. I mean, it could possibly happen.
Life is a burning flame.
You went all Johnny Cash on us. All right.
All right, so I have one.
What's up?
What the fuck happened to sitting at the dinner table?
Oh,
What's that?
Exactly.
All right, I like that.
exactly.
what do you mean, like a fan? Well,
Whatever. Yeah.
Well, first off, you got to be a family. To
Well,
do that,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag microphone.
Yeah.
What happened to it? I can tell you
I'm
what
trying
happened
not to
to
breathe into this bad boy. Good.
it. Cost of living, commute time.
That's commute
You
time.
no longer work where you live. You spend the majority of your life stuck in a vehicle on some freeway
Or at work.
road or at work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and we're moving away from the family unit into a more individualistic
Right.
society,
Definitely.
and you're starting to see a lot less and less of the family units. Like my brother, he's married. He's got three boys, and they're a happy family. They do that kind of stuff still.
Right.
Me, I'm divorced. I'm remarried. We sit at the coffee table and eat dinner and watching whatever.
Yeah. But how old is your kid? He's older, right?
Yeah.
He's older.
He's older. He's older than me.
Well, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He's
But I
actually
mean,
a
like
middle-aged man.
when you have kids, is what
Wait,
I
did
was.
you say
right,
he's older
right.
than you?
Yeah.
He's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember doing that, like sitting down and having
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah. Just
Even with when I was still married to my ex-wife, and we used to sit down and have dinner. But I mean,
So your
we
new
had
wife's not good enough for you to sit down and have dinner with her or at a table?
well, I
She
mean, we
gets a
don't.
coffee table?
I don't
it's
think
just-
that's what he's implying.
just-
I think that
too.
Kenny's just trying to get you in trouble right
Yeah.
now. Is
Yeah,
all
I
that's
know.
happening.
I know.
Actually,
I know. I really don't even want to talk about that.
Hashtag
But-
entrapment.
My bad.
But-
bad.
it's just something that we've all gotten away from because of the individualism that we're
I'm
going through
telling
right
you,
now.
it's the commutes, bro, and having to work like
a
so
lot of
far
people
away.
do. They don't
Yeah.
work close anymore. So
Put
that
it
is
this
some
way:
of it.
by the time I travel the 31 miles that it is from my job to where I live,
Yeah.
sitting down and eating is the last thing that's on my mind. Like, I've been in a car for almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
and you probably ate on the way anyway.
right. Either that or you eat a big lunch, so therefore, because you know you're going to be stuck in traffic, so by the time you get home, you eat something light, small, and then bam, it's time to either go to sleep and get ready for the next day. Like, so,
We're just drones, man.
Yeah.
I do think that the coffee table style it has become
prevalent.
more prominent.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because of fucking
The
Netflix
low cost
and Hulu and shit like that.
Yeah, the
Right.
low cost of TV also. So you remember
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like thousands of dollars to buy like this big ass box TV. Where now you can go and you can pick up a 32-inch flat screen for $139.
Yeah. Anywhere. Yeah.
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 So I mean, the advent of entertainment is what has changed the dynamic of the family also too. And if you look at a lot of the shows that are on now, they're not family oriented shows. They're
No.
mainly like crime, murder solving things,
Mysteries.
or
and shit,
mysteries,
yeah.
or
Well, I saw this one show, like a trailer for the show, and
Was
it
it
was
Roseanne?
totally no. It was a total like femme power kind of empowerment show. It was called American Woman or something like that. And
Sounds stupid.
yeah, I don't even
whether it's
watch
stupid or not, but
TV anymore.
It's basically a divorced woman with three kids who teaches these girls how to be empowered. Whatever, that's cool, but it's like a destruction of the family unit. I mean, you see it more and more, where families don't get to sit down at the dinner table, or they don't get to do those kinds of things because we are so busy, or because parents are split up now.
Right.
It's just we're missing that part.
The system has kind of created this whole thing too.
It totally
even
has.
with the welfare for having kids and everything. I mean, this
Right.
all kind of all ties into actually the government.
Well,
actually,
you know, you can't be married and be on welfare.
yeah.
Right.
No, you have to be like
Yeah.
a single mom or single father, or you know.
Oh, don't be a single father because it's even harder for you.
Oh
to
yeah.
be alone.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're a dad and you're taking care of kids. You should be out working.
yeah.
I do have to say that I didn't miss out on the sitting at the dinner table experience with my family. My mom, she actually likes the show. Hi, Mom. She
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom.
Hi, Jamie's mom.
She's real big on having the family sit around with the TV off and, you know, tell me about your day. Tell me
That's
about this.
good.
Tell me about this. And a lot of the times when I was younger, I'm just like, God, I don't want to talk about it. But she's forcing her way into her kids' lives. That way we never become so far disconnected that we eventually are going to be some sort of shitty psychopath that we had no idea it was ever, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
There was a method to the madness, and we still do it to this day. There are times where if I go over there to go eat with them, we all kind of sit around the table and we talk and we catch up. But I mean, there are times where it's a little more casual, where it's a barbecue and we're all eating outside doing something
Right.
different. But
See, but you're still interacting. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't like outside sitting around a TV. Like, so this past weekend,
well, sometimes.
my grandma, hi grandma, turned
Shout out to
80.
grandma.
So it's been probably, I want to say, a good 8-9 years since our family got together to actually do something like that. It was pretty dope to like see everybody and like us have a sit down, even though it was at a restaurant, for us to have a sit down dinner. And then we went over to my aunt's house. Hi, Auntie.
Another shout out.
Hi, Auntie.
To like do the cake and stuff. It was pretty dope to see like all the generations. And I was having a conversation with my uncle afterwards that basically like how I grew up was we all lived within like 10 steps of each other. So like we were a super close-knit family. My cousins are more like my brothers and sisters. And like now our kids really don't know each other. And I was explaining
Right.
to him that's because we live so far apart. Like my brother lives in one city, I live in another city, my sister, you know, lives in another city. So it's kind of hard for us to all come together, even be on the weekends or whatever, because of travel or, you know, people living their daily lives to be
And
able to
jobs
survive
and
it.
stuff,
Yeah.
too.
Like this area has made it so hard to be like a family and survive. Like you're constantly hustling to make sure, you know, got to pay the bills, got to make sure that, you know, I have money for gas and, you know, to be able to give my kids the shiny new whatever it is. So, yeah, I mean, it just goes back to like the economics of this area is like so horrible for family oriented things now that it's like you basically have to move out of this state to like in order to like enjoy that quality of life. Like California is ranked like the worst for quality of life, like by far.
Probably quality for families too.
No, just saying quality of life in general. As far
Quality
as,
for freedom as well.
Right.
Like what you get, like what you get for what you pay for. We are ranked like the lowest of the low as far as like quality of life.
Basically, it's a shithole.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We used to sit around while I was growing up. We're a Hispanic family. We were real close, and we would all sit down at the table. My mom would make dinner. You know, my dad was the head of the house, and we'd all sit down together. But once we grew up and got married and moved our separate ways, it took us 14 years to all get back together in the same room.
Yeah. See,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah. We went a long time without seeing each other, all in the same room. Like my mom, my dad, and my brothers and my sister.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we get busy. Life is busy, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that answers your question on what happened to sit
Just
down.
seeing what you guys' takes were on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Something more like entertainment wise, just for the women viewers. I know the guys probably really don't care about this, but they found Kate Spade hung this morning.
Oh, yeah. I saw that, man.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know,
Do
Kate
not
Spade
know.
is a fashion designer. She married Alan Spade, David Spade's brother, and they came up with the company Kate Spade. She started a new company after she sold that in like 2007. It's named after her daughter. So they have a 13-year-old daughter. So money doesn't solve everything, pretty much.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. They didn't say why. There was a letter, but they didn't state why she committed suicide.
Oh God,
so.
this might.
Wonder.
Nope. Okay.
Well, man,
Sorry about
last year there was so many celebrity suicides. It was crazy.
Yeah.
and some major people.
So it's all the pharmaceutical drugs.
She was 55.
Yeah, she was
Sad.
Yeah, she was a designer. She was doing really well, and she showed it, but just
I don't really
she's
think
gone now.
I'd ever heard of her, but they said here that her handbags carried women through adulthood.
Yeah, so pretty much if your lady's into handbags, then you know who Kate Spade is, or you've heard of her, or
Yeah.
you've heard of actually the handbag. My bad.
I think I just woke up. I was falling asleep there for a second.
My bad. Just little entertainment news.
Yeah, we got to stay connected to the people, man.
Yeah, totally.
You know how it
Johnny
goes,
the
man.
I felt like derp right now.
Herp derp. Well, if we're all cool with that,
Totally.
we can move into our first freedom topic.
Pow.
That way, Johnny's got a little more something to talk about. here.
He'll stay
Doesn't matter.
awake.
We can talk about girl shit.
No, it's all good.
It was just a recognition of somebody who passed on, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
No, good stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to go into our next topic, and our next topic is gun-free zones.
What a crocker.
That's right. Yeah, so we're about 26 minutes in, and it's going to be gun-free zones. Let's get into it.
All right, so we have a video that I would like to cue up real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to a few
You wanna
seconds
do
of it.
this one here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this documentary is called Safe Haven Gun-Free Zone Documentary. And we're just going to play one quick clip. And before we hit it, we're going to set this up for you guys. So they're going to talk about how to stop active shooters in this clip. But you got to be careful with how they talk. Listen to what he says, because it's kind of right-leaning. And it kind of not defeats the purpose, but you can tell the agenda here. But at the same time, they're talking about how. Well, just play the clip.
I like how the clock
got
is
it.
all worn out.
Let me get rid of that there, and let's move.
Greasy
over
smudges.
here. All right. Let's do it.
The hour
On average of these active shooters, public active shooters, someone is going to get shot every 8 to 10 seconds. That's just the fact. Once they start, someone's going to get shot every 8 to 10 seconds.
I just want you to stay in the line with me. We need to know what's going on. Okay.
So basically, in order for us to stop these active shooters, the police or somebody has to intervene sooner rather than later. So what the setup is they're trying to put people with guns in schools, or have somebody who with some background who can stop these shooters from causing real devastation. Every 8 to 10 seconds, once the shooter starts, somebody dies.
Yeah, and the average response time is usually, 3 to 5 minutes, I think, something like that. Depending on the population,
Yeah,
the population
I think
in
they
the
said
area you live.
10 minutes was the average response time.
Yeah.
And for some rural areas, it could be up to 20 to 30 minutes. So
That's
these-
a lot of dead people.
that is a huge amount of dead people. So the faster somebody with a gun or can get there to stop the active shooter, it stops immediately. So they want to either arm teachers or arm civilians or somebody to get there faster is basically what it
So
was.
first responders are not enough.
No, because they're not responding
Yeah,
fast enough.
exactly.
Well, yeah, they're not responding fast. They need somebody either on campus or near the school.
Okay. No, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Right.
We touched a little bit on it last week about how funding got pulled for some places that were advocates of that were against concealed carry and things like that. So there's a lot of people out there that are fighting that fight, trying to get those rights taken away, where states that do allow concealed carry, you can get concealed carry in California. It's just next to impossible if you're not a government employee or a
Especially
military
what county you live in or city.
Yeah.
Or if you have any kind of criminal record.
Yeah.
But I think so. Without going directly to gun control, I think we need to sort of focus on the whole gun-free zone problem, right?
And that's
Because there's no
that's-
such thing as a gun-free zone.
True.
What do you mean by that when you say that?
So setting up like saying gun-free zone gives like the false sense of security, because when you hear gun-free zone, it implies that you will be safe from any guns in this certain area, right? So you have like school areas that are mainly like gun-free zones,
Right.
So it's implying that your child will be safe from any type of like gun activity happening to them, where that's not true. That's where the majority of these like mass shootings are happening, in gun-free zones, which happen to be schools. So this year alone, you're averaging 23 mass school shootings, they call it. So a mass shooting is anything over 4 people, not including the gunman being shot, is considered a mass shooting.
So 4 victims.
So 4 victims, correct. So on the average right now, as we stand today in June, it would be 1 mass shooting a week.
Wow.
It's tragic.
Yeah.
That's kind of disheartening, man.
Yeah.
All in gun-free zones?
All in gun-free zones. But it's kind of skewed because they consider any type of shooting, it doesn't have to be with an actual gun, because they classified in one case, I think it was in like Kentucky, like 2 students got shot with a BB gun. And they classified that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
As a
that
mass
doesn't
shooting?
They classified it as a shooting in a school.
Yeah, and
So-
that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when we were off camera. We were talking about this, and that's what I was getting at. Like, what are the criteria for this? Because I know there was one incident where there was a drive-by shooting that was gang-related that they counted as
Because it happened on
a school shooting.
property. Yeah.
No. It didn't happen on school property. It happened off school property, but the bullets went through a window or something at the school.
Right. So anything that impacts the school, even if the school's closed. So there was another case where the school was closed. A fight broke out in the parking lot of a school, and someone brought out a gun and shot, people.
Yeah.
They consider that a school shooting. So you don't even have to your kids don't actually have to physically be in the school, but for them to boost their numbers and make it like mass hysteria, they're going to put that there was a school shooting, even though school hours had been over with for hours. But because it took place on a school, they categorize it as a school shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw one statistic. It was like 1,200 shootings this year alone or something like that. And, let's not lie about this. So we have real information so that people are educated.
Correct.
If you have a bunch of dumb people running around, you're going to get what we're having now. A bunch of hysteria, banned guns, all that kind of stuff. When that's not the problem. The problem is addressing the psychological mind, or the mentality of the shooter. Like what's driving these shooters to do these kinds of things?
Not only that, stop making easy targets. Like, seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to go somewhere where I know if I pull out a gun, somebody else is going to pull out a gun. That's like the whole, so we watched the video that you sent, by the way, that was by Colin Noir, that basically equated it to, if you have, if you ever play basketball or watch the basketball game, you have like an A court and a B court where you have good guys playing and then bad guys playing. And then you have that one player that's good that doesn't go play in the A court because he doesn't want the challenge. So he goes and plays at the B court because he doesn't want to lose. And he's like talking the most stuff on the B court because everybody else isn't as good as him. Same mentality with mass shooters. They're going to go where they know they can get the easiest targets. They're not going to have any pushback because they know these are gun-free zones.
Right.
Well, even though
gun-safe zones.
Now,
the Aurora shooter, the theater, the guy who dressed up like the Joker and shot up the movie
Correct.
theater during the
Right.
Batman preview or whatever.
Yeah.
So he went out of his way to find the movie theater that was a gun-free movie theater.
Right.
So I mean, these are targeted areas, gun-free zones, because you're going to have the most success in an area where people can't fight back or don't have the ability to fight back.
Correct.
Because they don't want a fair fight. They don't want
No,
a
they
challenge.
don't.
They just
Right.
want fish in a barrel. They want
Yeah.
to do as much damage as they can. That's why
They want carnage.
most of the time, so I don't know if this is the same guy, but the guy who wore the body armor, the big fucking orange fro-haired kid.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
So
Batman
he
guy.
wore. That is the same guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gave up when the police got there. He
Right.
gave up. He didn't shoot himself like a lot of the mass shooters do, which is really shitty. Maybe by the fact that we got that guy alive, even though I don't necessarily think he maybe deserves to be alive. But I'm not the one that needs to make that call. But maybe we can learn something from him. Like, what got you here? You know?
Right.
well, so I have a little different take on this. Is I feel like that the shooters actually just pick the places because it's going to have the most effect because of the population, and
Well, yeah.
on top of that, or the most kill, and then on top of that, it's a school that they went to, or it's
revenge.
Yeah, I mean the movie theater one is different because he actually did plan that out, but it still was relevant to the movie and all that he was into. But the schools, they go to their own schools, so I don't think it really matters if it's a gun-free zone or not on that case. Just in my opinion, I know the right wing always brings that one issue up. And I'm not trying to talk against it. I'm just saying that that's something that needs to be brought up more because they're clearly being bullied. They always have the same things. They're usually on some kind of drugs, prescription drugs. They always have mental case issues. And then they're always wearing, trench coats, satanic emblems. And not always, but they're
that doesn't get addressed either. Like
they don't.
The satanic part. I mean, it's... oh, God. Never mind.
Triggered.
We're just gonna pass.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on that. We're gonna pass.
Anyways, it was just something I want to bring up because I feel like all the NRA and all the right wing people that support guns always only bring up because it's a gun-free zone.
Right.
There's more to it than that. It's a mental health issue.
It's a
more than
bullying issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just it's other reasons, not just what the right wing pro-gun people are saying. For me, everyone should have guns.
They're starting an anti-bully law now too.
Let's make
you get
law.
you get a $200 fine for if you're caught bullying somebody.
But what is that going to curb? There's you
grow
go to
up,
jail
Buttercup.
for stealing.
Right.
People still
There's an
steal.
answer for this. Learn jujitsu.
Yeah.
Right. Fight back. I mean, you have to fight back. We know this.
Stop raising snowflakes. Teach people how to have a fucking backbone.
The only way to stop a bully is to fight a bully.
Yep.
Punch them in the mouth.
The only way to stop a school shooter is to shoot a school shooter.
Yep. Right in the face.
Yeah.
With a 22, so it hurts.
So
so they bleed out longer.
Right.
So I mean, statistically, I mean the FBI did a whole study on this too, and they're the ones who came up with these numbers, the 8 to 10 seconds for every kill.
Yeah, averaging it out.
Yeah, and they break it down. There's a link that we'll put on the description of the page
down below.
Yeah, down below, down here somewhere, down bottom.
It'll probably be down there somewhere.
Maybe
hidden in all the facts that we're giving you guys.
Right. Make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, make sure you guys. I mean, if you
like what you hear,
really want to know what's going on and what we're talking about, check out the links. Check out the information for yourself. We want you guys to be informed.
Do your own research.
Absolutely, very important.
Hashtag look it up.
Yeah, don't just take our word for it.
All right. Any other points on this topic here?
No.
I think for the most part, I think we kind of covered. I kind of like what you had to say about how that's like the number one poignant thing that's always brought up in a mass shooting is that, it happened to also be in a gun-free zone.
From the right-wing perspective.
Right, and which I do also think that just happens to be coincidental because...
It is a point, though. It is a valid thing to bring up, but I feel like they focus on it too much.
It is a valid argument to make if you're trying to push a certain agenda.
Yeah.
I think we're saying the same thing.
That was what I was talking about at the beginning of the clip. Is it's absolutely right leaning.
Box Fed magazine.
Yeah, it's absolutely right leaning. What did you say?
Box Fed magazine.
Continue.
So it was absolutely right leaning because they are focusing on certain aspects of the Second Amendment. These gun-free zones. When really it's a lot deeper than that. It's not just.
Well, yeah. Why would you put out something that is like going to hurt your cause? You're only going to put out stuff that's going to help your cause.
So what do you guys think is the answer here? Like, do you for the gun-free zones, or
I think
we're talking about schools a lot too.
That whole term gun-free zone should be taken out.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be advertised.
Right. And
like, why are you
come here? There's no one
advertising
that's
it?
going to defend themselves.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, dude, seriously, like they have tobacco and alcohol in there too. Like,
right. So have you seen like the one school that has a thing up that says our teachers carry, and will meet deadly force?
Yeah, I did. I've seen that
or whatever. Like, just put those out.
Yeah,
it's like just
put
put
up
out,
even if no one has them.
deadly attack dogs
Beware
on the
of
premises.
dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just bring kibbled in.
Like, don't advertise that you're gunless or you're
defenseless,
powerless.
That would be like putting out a sign. We don't have a security alarm. Please rob our house.
Yeah, right.
Or put a sign
the door's unlocked.
A sign in my yard that says "I hate guns."
That's stupid.
Anti-gun.
Well, they put those in front of their front lawn, and they'll have like gun-free zone.
They do that.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Do you guys remember the red porch light?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Same thing. It indicates that you're a gun-free house
or a whorehouse.
I think that's a
red light
joke,
district,
actually,
baby.
though.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope it's a fucking joke.
Yeah, I think it is because it, like symbolically, it meant something else.
Whorehouse.
Before. Yeah, it meant the whorehouse. So it was
So maybe it was a joke to trigger people to do it.
Right.
It was kind of two things. It was making fun of liberals with guns, and then also prostitution. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is always
Touchy,
fun.
touchy.
It's like the house in Beetlejuice when it's like girls, and the red lights on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was red neon. Yeah, wasn't it?
That was a little bit too, yeah.
Get some.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think.
So do we have answers for this or any?
I don't
go
agree with them.
What about? What I mean is like hardening your target. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So, okay, I don't think gun-free zones are the answer. I don't
Right.
think that they've been proven to be effective, and I think
gun-free
that
zones? No.
I think that making more people armed that want to be armed. I'm not saying arm the teachers, because there's so many teachers that I've seen post stuff like, "Oh Jesus, I just want pens," and it's like, okay, fine, then don't give them the training that they need to be able to defend themselves with a firearm if they're not comfortable with it. It should be voluntary.
Oh
wait,
yeah,
wait,
absolutely. It shouldn't
So,
be forced on them. No
really
way.
quick. So like when I was going to school, we had like officers that were actually on campus that actually did stuff. So instead of it just being like, oh, I'm pretty sure there are like police officers or whatever that want overtime, but because of budget cuts, because of our government, we don't have that many officers to do that anymore. I know in this area.
Well, in that video, also the documentary, they talk about paying people $100,000 a year to.
It was over that.
It was over.
We were
100, yeah.
shocked. It was like 140 or 120.
You don't really need
We're
to
like,
do that.
what?
That's insane. That to me, that's crazy. Paying
I'll take
somebody
$20 and a 40 right now.
and give me a gun.
And give me a
$15 an hour, I
Guarantee
swear.
you, these kids will be cool.
And won't nothing pop off at that school. And give me a belt. That's all you need. You need a belt.
Belt-fed machine gun.
I think for me, this is not a gun issue. I mean,
It goes back to
A little bit, but not really.
It's deeper than that. It's a
parenting.
psychological
Mental health issue.
Yeah, what's going on psychologically with these people?
The parents
Like,
ain't at home.
What do you mean
What?
these people?
What?
I can tell you what it is, Chris.
Yeah.
What we were talking about in our earlier segment is about the family dynamic no longer being there.
Right.
So you don't have the parents intercepting the children to tell them, look, what's going on? Why are you like this? Oh, okay, well, you have a problem with this kid. Let's go talk to the school to let them know that this is going on, because the parents are working so much and are in traffic that the kids basically are raising
The dinner table
themselves.
subject is what you're. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you have
Absentee parent.
you have the internet and all this other BS raising your kid, social media basically, and creating these.
So getting back to the dinner table thing, actually, it's like, I was going to kind of say it and I kind of lost my train of thought on that, but like, you can make time.
right,
You can. Even if it's really hard, maybe not every day,
right,
but at least maybe even just
But,
on the
like,
weekends, right?
Set a date where
Sure.
like, okay, so this day we're all coming together.
Even
We're
if
all
it's
gonna
just
sit
once a
down.
week, right?
We're all going to eat. We're going to talk about what's going on in our lives, just to touch bases so you know what's going on in your child's
Yeah,
life.
break
But-
out of the norm and just
Right.
get to
But-
know your kids.
But still, it's deeper than that, because I think the majority of these kids are like single families,
But
single parents, or
No, but we're saying the reason that is because the family dynamic is no longer
There.
a priority.
Right.
Like back in the 50s and 60s.
So how do
like
we address that without the parent? How do you do it in the school? When,
But it's not the
thing is,
school's
it's-
job
yeah.
to raise
No.
your kid, bro. Like,
But they are raising your kid.
No, but that's
They
what I'm
spend the
saying.
more-
That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
that's a
It's a
problem.
big subject.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want the school raising my kid.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I want to be involved in what's going on in my kid's life. I don't need the school.
I don't need the
parenting my
government
kid.
schools
Right.
teaching my kids what to do.
Exactly, and that's the problem. And instead of like getting to the root of the issue, they're
I
just
don't
like,
have any
"Oh,
kids, by the way.
We're just going to prescribe you drugs.
That I
Here,
know of.
take this,
Right.
frickin', you know what I'm saying? And then the drugs are no better. They don't help. They make situations worse. So we just need to get back to the root cause of like America was about family and getting your piece of the pie, and now it's just a rat race and basically burning yourselves out and making sure that you can afford to live somewhat of a comfortable life and then die. Period.
Well, so you got to keep those taxes coming in, the money coming in, right? You got to produce just enough to bring in the fucking revenue.
I mean, we're so overtaxed. We're paying for everything. We got sales tax, property taxes. We got permits for parks,
sugar tax,
death tax.
Come on, man.
We even have a carbon tax.
You're taxing me on something that I didn't even make, but because I'm buying it, you're taxing me on top of that, on top of the sales tax. Now I have to pay a sugar tax because you want to get more money. And where the fuck is the sugar tax money going?
Right.
Because the food programs at school.
Where the fuck are any of the taxes going?
You hear about the soda
politicians'
tax?
pockets.
They're putting a soda tax now.
Yes,
dude.
That's what
it's getting crazy. Like any
drinks.
way that they can extort money from us, the government is taking it hand over fist.
And I don't think any government fucking official, excuse my language, should be making more than a fucking teacher. Period.
Right.
Why are you making hundreds of thousands of dollars and a teacher's barely fucking making minimum wage to teach your child, but then you have these people making thousands of dollars?
What do you mean these people?
Thousands of dollars. Sorry.
He just went on a little rant.
Yeah.
He got triggered.
Kind of got.
He triggered himself.
Soapbox,
yeah. No, it's good though. It's
all right,
good
let's
stuff.
go. Move along.
Moving right along here.
Wait. Okay.
Well, I meant from his.
Right. Yeah. From what I was.
His rant.
So here's my rant. I think it comes down to bullying. I think you need to start addressing really what's going on in schools. You got kids who click up and they just pick on other kids and because they're different, and you don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. You don't know. So,
and the weird thing is most kids that get bullied and picked on, the nerdier outcast type people, they usually become hot later in life. Just saying.
That
think about
true.
that. It's something to think about.
That's true. Right.
Yeah,
you might want to fuck them later on in life.
I'm all right.
Is what
here.
I'm saying.
Not saying that, but I was.
I'm
bullied.
saying that.
No, I'm saying like I was bullied, but I didn't go and like.
But you were hot then too.
Well, yeah.
I feel like you were. I saw that basketball picture.
Yeah.
Just goes to show. Just be nice to everybody.
Sure, everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
Or just
about
punch them in the throat.
It's about having good principles in your life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to have that moral code. Everything you're saying is right. I mean, it's definitely a mental. What's that?
I said we jumped ahead to the next segment.
No,
we didn't. No, we
well,
didn't.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
I mean, it's a lot deeper than
we're out of control right now.
The quick fix.
Reel it back in.
The quick fix for me would be to have somebody armed on the school grounds.
Right.
That's the quick fix.
But that's trained
to do that. The long-term fix,
and not just one. If you're in a major school where there's
45 guys with machine guns,
200 students, just having one armed
people
person
don't even
isn't gonna work.
People don't even have to be on school grounds. They can walk the perimeter of the.
No, I know that, but I'm saying, but if you're a school that has over 1,300 students,
right, one
armed off-duty police officer, or what are they calling them now?
I don't know.
They're not peace officers. They're shit. I'll find
it. Well, I mean, even look at all these military vets who don't have jobs or want to serve their community. Let them serve their community in a capacity that's going to help.
We got to make sure
solve
they're
these problems.
Resource officer.
There you go. Yeah.
So look, I can agree with you, Kenny. Like one guy is not going to be able with a pistol is not going to take on a guy with an AR-15.
Nope.
But the thing is, it's a deterrent. It's the same reason why if you go to a big box retail store, they put shit in little plastic cases to keep you from stealing them. If somebody really wants those items,
it just slows you down, basically.
They're going to get them no matter what.
Right.
But it makes you think twice. I can't get that. You put it back. You walk, or you bring it up the register and you pay for it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's a deterrent, and I think that it would help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
And then if they were actively doing it, it would slow them down as well.
Right. Well,
yes.
I mean, the video said. I mean, the statistics from the FBI are once somebody engages these guys, it's over. It's over. It's
right.
It's done. Like they run away or they kill themselves or
they get got
or they get shot. You know.
But when's the last time we had a mass shooter after the Vegas one? Because we've had multiple ones after what happened in Vegas.
Well, we had the Florida shooting, and then
that was a government operation.
No, but I'm saying, have they killed themselves? They haven't.
No. I think the last 3 school shooters are alive.
Right, exactly.
Well, there was the Vegas shooter. It wasn't a school shooting.
Well, no, where I'm saying after the Vegas shooting that happened,
after that?
Wait, are you so? But Vegas, you're not talking about the old. No, I'm sorry, I was mixing up L.A. and Vegas. They're totally not the same place.
No,
my bad.
That's awesome.
All right, so yeah, but just to touch on that, they're not shooting themselves anymore. They're basically trying to blend in with the crowd and get away with it. So that right there in itself says,
those pussy motherfuckers,
that they want help because they're not ending their lives, they still want to live. So we need to be more active in our children's lives. Is basically the gist of that whole
It all starts at home.
segment. Exactly.
So concealed carry.
You want gun control? Start at home.
And beat your kids.
Concealed carry
I'm
for
it.
teachers.
I'm for it.
The ones
No,
that want
Yeah.
to.
If they want it,
if
yeah.
they want it,
The ones that
absolutely.
want to. I'm not saying mandatory.
Right.
So you're open with that?
I'm okay with it if they have proper training.
Well,
But even then, because one of the school shootings was
if you got concealed carry, then you go through the classes.
Well,
right?
no, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but one of the trainings one of the shootings that happened in a school was where a peace officer was doing a safety training class. on
Yeah, that was
firearms
locally.
and
that,
shot himself.
that was like 20 miles from
Oh
where we
yeah,
live.
he shot a student and himself.
This is a different. Yeah, he's a dumb fuck, people.
Right.
So you know.
Yeah,
but
he
this is
kinda
a different
he's
thing.
kinda
Did you
screwed up
see the
that whole thing.
FBI guy dancing? Now that we're on a separate
Oh,
thing,
I just
Oh my
fucking
God.
that
wrote
stupid
down.
fuck twat.
I just
He
wrote
does like a
that down.
backflip
wait,
and then fucking
what?
drops his gun and picks
No.
it up and shoots someone.
No.
Yes.
So I saw that one, and then did you see the other video where the guy holsters his firearm, goes to bend over to
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
something,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the gun
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
off? What holster were you using?
It was a G code.
Yeah, I don't know.
Goddamn amateurs.
Yeah.
Not to call them.
Since
who
we-
gives a fuck? They're
Oh yeah, they're fucking amateurs. They're
Yeah.
shooting themselves.
Well, no, I just meant not to call out G code, but I'm like, they're never gonna. say
Oh yeah, whatever.
The first thing that I read after I saw it was they were thinking something foreign had to have gotten into the trigger guard of that holster because they're not. They don't just fucking when it's
Yeah,
locked
it's called
in,
his finger.
They don't move far. Well, no. Did you see it?
So they're not. He's not talking about the guy that did the backflip.
Oh, you're talking about the
He's talking about
officer
the guy
shot
that
himself
shot
in the foot.
himself.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
No, not in his foot. Like
he shot himself in the stomach area.
He stands up, puts one in the pipe, puts it in his appendix carry position, and then he walks to the other side of the room and bends over and like leans down and looks at a desk and
It
pop
went off.
Yeah.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a SIG.
Glock 46, I think is what they said.
It was a SIG.
It was a SIG.
Yeah, it was.
I believe that more.
Yeah, it was a SIG.
The SIG going off on its own. Yeah, that's
I can totally see how that worked out.
SIGs are
The gun
SIGs
people
are
will get that.
evil.
Yeah.
Goddamn SIGs.
G code holster. I swear it was a G code and it was a Glock 46.
We're looking it up.
Holstered pistols, discharges.
So, while he's looking that up, do we feel like that the concealed carry thing is okay though?
Yeah,
I mean, we got off on a little
agree.
tangent there, but I mean, if the not like, oh, you have to, teachers
Right.
have to, not that.
If you want to and you go through the training, then yes, by all means,
So you're good with
be
that.
armed. I'm good with that.
And then we're about the community officer, or whatever they call resource officer. or
Resource
whatever.
officer, every school
Yeah.
needs one.
Yeah, at least one.
I think it should be people who are active gun enthusiasts. Like people who have handled guns for a long period of time
Yeah.
in their lifetime.
I agree with that.
Not somebody who...
Not a newbie that just
Not
like,
somebody
is-
who
because now
yeah.
something happens. Oh, I need to go get
Not
that.
just some
Right.
random rent-a-cop that just,
No.
oh, here you go, you passed your little gun test, and now you
Right.
go
or
out
somebody who wants to be a hero, you know?
So
like-
it's,
Oh,
almost,
yeah.
it's almost like you're saying there needs to be some sort of evaluation as to see if whether or not this person is.
well, I mean, I think
No,
that's-
somebody with a
mentally
background.
fit and
Hon-
tactically
honestly, I think
Yeah.
that this is why it's such a hard thing to solve, because how do we keep our kids safe from guns at the same time allow people to carry guns where we don't want them?
Fuck it, let's just do
Yep.
homeschooling.
So according to the truthaboutguns.com, it was a Glock 43.
Mhm.
And the holster was a G code incog.
Ah,
Interesting.
okay, interesting.
And the 43 takes what? Is that a 9 or a 40?
Is that the single stack one? The new one?
I think it is a single stock one.
It's a 9.
It's a
Nine.
9.
It's
Yeah,
a single
it's
stack new one
Yeah,
Little guy.
that
Little
we cannot buy in California.
because of
Because it's a
our-
Gen 4.
Our
Womp womp.
our oversight.
That's a whole thing,
Our
too.
overlord oversight here in California.
Oh, it's actually Gen 5. Look, it's got no striation
no
on
striation.
Yeah.
They're
All
already
right.
at a Gen 5? Why
Yeah.
are we still getting Gen 3s then?
because
Hey.
it's the only ones that are legal in California.
I'm not complaining.
Well, 1, 2, and 3.
Horrible.
You can't get a 4 or a 5 unless like you get it from a police officer or something like
It's a law enforcement issued thing.
Yeah.
You can get it still if you're law enforcement.
See, and this is the whole problem with gun control. Police have better guns than us.
The latest and the greatest?
The latest and the greatest. There's no restrictions on their guns. I mean, I'm sure they have semi-automatic weapons also.
Oh, all day long.
I mean, they of course they do.
No, they have fully
that is
automatic
what they carry.
weapons.
Yeah, that's what they carry.
But you're saying,
And-
you're
but, I
probably
mean-
saying that they have fully
You mean
automatic.
fully automatic.
Yeah.
Fully automatic.
Yeah.
You just
Um,
made a Freudian slip right there.
Yeah, I did. I knew a police officer who was SWAT for San Jose. and
Was he waspy?
he was not waspy.
Okay, I'm just asking.
He was actually a really cool guy.
Cool.
He was like one of the only cool.
Shout out to
people.
SJPD.
Yeah, SJPD, whatever.
We see you rolling.
But he
Continue.
he worked for San Jose, and his weapon, he had a M16.
No.
No, what am I thinking?
AR-15.
It must have been an AR.
Yeah, I'm all. They don't even
He-
make those anymore.
He had an
do they?
AR-15, and it had no safety. It was safetyless.
Don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would means it doesn't have a.
Are you talking about a
It-
pistol or a
No,
rifle?
I'm
here?
talking about a rifle. I shot the thing.
Yeah.
I shot the thing. This was years ago. I can't really recall, but
Wait, how did
I
it not have a
specifically
safety?
remember him saying, "Our weapons do not have safeties."
Your fingers are safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't. There's no version of the AR-15 that doesn't come with a fire selector.
That might have been a custom thing they did that
Right.
I don't know
Yeah,
about.
it may have
I
been.
guess you could put it in the fire position and take it out, but why the fuck would you want to do that?
I've never heard of this ever.
Neither.
Well,
it was what, semi-auto or full auto?
It was-
Those were
was
the
semi.
only options.
Semi-auto.
I got a
So-
semi right now thinking
so-
about that.
One bullet per trigger pull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just for the people who might not know that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It
Where
wasn't.
are we going with this?
it
I
wasn't
just
perfect.
lost
I
my
don't
the
know.
whole
We just
thing right
went
now.
down a rabbit hole.
I just like, wait, where are we at? I don't even know. I'm honest. Like, I don't.
We started talking about guns.
Yeah.
Went off the
Started
fucking track.
daydreaming.
We got derailed, right?
Well, no, I mean, because we're talking about gun law. We're gonna get into.
We were actually talking about gun-free zones.
We were talking about gun-free zones, but I mean, I think we need to address, of course, the gun laws that are surrounding, and that's kind of where we were going with this. You were saying that we don't get the Gen 5s or Gen 4s because California's outlawed them for citizens.
Correct.
And what I was saying is, it's not supposed to be that way. Our Constitution was set up so we have the same weapons as our government,
As the military.
as a military, and they've totally disarmed us.
They're
in
trying
that
to take it a
capacity.
step further than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it where we just throw rocks.
So,
And pretty soon they'll
from what
ban
I
those.
understand, what I've heard, and this is from the NRA, so I don't really believe it, that there are 20,000 gun laws on the books. I don't think those are federal gun laws. I think they're state, local.
Total, probably.
Yeah, in total, 20,000 gun
It's
laws.
probably more than that.
Maybe, but I don't think it doesn't apply nationwide.
No, they're talking about California alone. Probably.
I believe that. Those waspy fucks.
They're talking about California alone.
This is one of the worst states as far as
You're
Second
gonna need a
Amendment goes.
license
laws.
to get a damn super soaker pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or
They're
to
gonna-
fucking buy ammo next year.
Well,
Background
that
checks?
you already got to do background checks.
Next
and
to
have
be
a
outlawed,
license.
knives. They will
Yep.
be outlawed. Watch.
Yeah, this is going to turn into
California.
to many
We're gonna have sporks.
Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit. Okay, so
That-
the
that kinda was
overall
a
takeaway
downer.
from gun-free zones, we can all agree that we don't like them. We don't really think they work.
No.
No.
But we are open to some sort of other solutions, like armed personnel on school property or teachers if they want to, and they pass some sort of examination saying they are mentally and physically fit to
Rigorous training.
Let them do it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I mean, they could lock these schools down a little bit better too, and do metal detectors and different things that they're not. They do them in the urban schools. They won't do them in the rural
Why is that?
because of the crime.
Because you don't want Keyshawn and Miguel to come to school strapped. That's why.
Vote for Pedro.
Right?
I'm just saying. I mean, the laws the law. If you make a law for California, say you make a state law, it should not apply across the board because it's different in cities than it is in rural areas. I mean this is the problem with gun laws. We're not supposed to be putting amendments on the Bill of Rights.
I don't agree. I don't believe in any of the gun laws.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
zero.
We should have no amendments to the Second Amendment.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't even own a firearm in San Francisco anymore.
Yeah, but you can shit on the streets and do
Piss
drugs
and-
And do drugs
public,
and everything else.
and do
right.
heroin in public. San Francisco, you guys are the worst.
Yep. You
The
suck.
worst.
You guys fucking suck.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Donkey
That's a
balls.
whole other.
Oh, it is,
episode, I
but
think.
it's yeah. That would be a good episode.
You brought it up. and
Fuck San
I
Francisco.
I got to say it
on
and
the next episode.
Yeah, I'm just so. I went to San Francisco one day with my wife, And literally, we were at the Capitol building. A guy whips out his dick and starts pissing on a tree, right in public view. No thought of somebody might see me.
Well, that's
Well,
not.
no, that's because San Francisco is also a clothing optional community. You technically don't have to wear clothes in San Francisco.
Is that true?
Yep.
Yes.
San Francisco, Santa Cruz, all those hippy dippy areas are clothing optional.
Yeah,
You
and they're
don't-
all controlled by
Leftist.
By leftist liberal.
Okay, so just to sort of play devil's advocate here for a second.
Okay.
Because, I have lots of people that I know that live in San Francisco that might want to see this, right?
Sure.
Well, let me ask you this: a guy that would do that would just whip it out right in front of you guys. Do you think does that tie back into our mental health problem, or do you think that guy just didn't give a shit?
I don't think that dude gave a shit. He was probably high on something and didn't give a
So
shit.
welfare,
No,
handouts, mental health, drugs.
it's the culture. It's the culture of the
culture?
city.
Yeah,
that's what it
it's
comes
just,
down
like
to.
I said, it's a hippy dippy city,
It's
and
a-
they really don't give a shit.
It's not about
And they've been brainwashed. Even the other people that wouldn't do that live there, they are brainwashed that that's acceptable. That's okay.
yeah. And
You got to be tolerant.
and then people are like, well, the
Okay.
homeless, and
I
they
don't-
don't really have anywhere
'cause
to go.
Oh, the homeless!
I
I
feel
feel so
like-
bad for them.
I feel like anyone that I know that lives in San Francisco, they would be telling me no, that guy was probably mentally ill or something. We
but
don't
that's an
condone
excuse
any
for
of that here.
everything.
well, I'd name that as
but
one
the,
of them.
But the
Yeah.
whole area smelled like
Piss.
a toilet.
yeah.
I'm not even kidding you. It smelled like a toilet.
All right.
And then there was people laying all over the place. I mean, it was just there must have been
But that ties back into
Yeah.
the cost of living in
by
California.
City Hall.
Was this
There's a
on,
lot
But
of
check
stuff
this
on
out.
that,
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah.
was this on April 20th by chance?
No,
Where the fucking city's just
dude.
overrun by people. from all over?
No. This is just a regular old Saturday in San
all right.
Francisco.
The last time I was in San Francisco is when I worked there, and that was about, I want to say, 12 years ago.
So too soon.
Yeah, and I,
Yeah.
Not long enough.
You know what?
I don't
it's
wanna
so
go back.
beautiful there. It's so gorgeous, man. And I don't understand. Well, I do understand, and I know why this is happening. It's going to tie into our next segment coming up, and I'll tell you how it ties.
Not our next segment.
After the break.
Yeah, one of our
After the
next
break.
three. Yeah.
After the break.
all right. So, anyways, we're gonna move on to the last topic of this section because we're getting kind of long-winded.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little off track here. So I have a couple of videos that I wanted to show you guys. One that brought me to tears several times on Facebook this week, and it's about this guy, and his name is Stephen Morris, and this is going to be a video of him auditioning for a video dating service. I can't even talk about it. It's I don't know. You guys might not
Can we
think of
bring
it
it
as
over?
funny as I do, but the end of
Check
this
this
video is what makes this video. Okay.
Is this back in the 80s?
It
Sure
very
as shit
much
looks like it.
the 80s. So I'm gonna put it up
90s.
in the full screen here, and then
Yeah, early 90s probably.
This was before internet, that's for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell by the video
Yeah.
quality.
All right, so this is what I say,
And-
Stephen Morris.
The sad part is, I remember this
And,
show.
I think you had that jacket, Kenny.
Check this out.
Never.
So I just want to. So
Denim.
this video is about a minute and a half long. I just want you to pay attention to right around the halfway
The
mark.
middle point.
You're gonna notice a little bit of a change in his
A little psyche
demeanor.
change.
When do I go? Yeah, go ahead. Now, go. My name is my name is Stephen Morris, and I've never done this one before. I'm 26 years old. I work down at the Fourth Realm. It's a bookstore. It's a comic book store, and I'm single, and I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun, and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's
Don't exclude anybody.
or short, because height is in the eye of the beholder. If you think about it, because if someone who likes me for me is who I'm looking for, because I'm that type of guy who likes me and we could go out and do all kinds of things. I like all kinds of music. What I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me, because
Here it comes.
I know he's married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right. I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a place.
Jamie, are you outing yourself? Is this your ad, actually? And this is real? This isn't like
Do
staged?
that one more time.
Can I do?
Oh, man.
Okay, so
wait,
I don't
wait,
think it can
wait.
be real.
Hold
But
on.
It's still funny, though.
Pause. That is not real.
It
no,
can't
I
be.
know. I don't think it can be real,
Dude.
but you have to. So just, I'm gonna play it again.
Why is the monkey about to hit that lion with the
We
stick?
don't. It's they're doing all kinds of
Oh,
stuff over
okay.
there. We never know what's going on with that. I'm gonna replay this here, and I'm just gonna start it from the middle. Just watch how he flips the fucking
Heads of
switch.
blondes. That's tall women
I guess it's
or
actually-
short.
it's probably
Because
like
height
right
is
here.
He
the
starts
type of
losing
guy
that
who
right
likes
about here.
me when you. And we could
Here we
go
go.
out and do all kinds of things. I like all kinds of music.
The slip
what
off
I
the
really
chair
want
is
is
the best.
someone who'll call me and will love me because everyone I know is married and I don't know anybody or anything and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need a rubbish playboy. God, give it.
Oh, my God. See, the government should have issued him a wife.
Right?
You know? Wow.
Oh God.
We should
guy's-
do a weird.
If that's real, that guy is some kind of special
That's what I'm
case
saying.
there.
Like I think I just found out why he's single.
Yeah, right.
For real.
Oh my God. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't talking to my mic there.
The psyche change, man.
Dude, he just fucking snaps on that.
I feel like he really needs to get home right now.
He just wants to be loved, man.
That was brutal. Yeah, he's probably gonna go have a couple of drinks, and then he's probably gonna find his way home. Let's see here. That's gonna tie us into our
It's
next
called
one.
the segue.
Because I think I have made my way home like this a few times. Oh, let's see my music. Look at that.
Ooh, I like the music.
Yeah, I think we've seen this a couple times.
Oh,
Oh, man.
this is a good one.
I feel like I see this every weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many
Different
times.
version of it.
Oh
How many
my
times you
God.
kicked this guy out of? Face. Fail. He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, you can make it. Oh, maybe not. Nah. Not gonna happen.
The sideways walk.
Fucking gravity.
Why is gravity heavier when you're drunk?
Oh. Well, because the earth.
Oh. Get off this wall here. Oh.
Yeah.
No, we'll just hang out right here for a minute. Into the barrier.
Good lord. Face.
What country is this in?
And it's obviously
That they're watching
Europe,
this
right?
guy
Yeah.
from the train station all the way to get.
Oh, they're fucking cracking up. They're like, we're not responding to this. Let's just film this shit.
Oh, you got it, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, there he's got the jog. I'm impressed.
He's trotting.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get.
Yeah, he ended well. He
Yeah.
ended strong.
Gotta get away from
I feel
that
like he ended
barrier.
very strong.
On another
didn't.
note, though, the fact that they were able to follow him that far,
That's what I'm
long.
saying, dude.
All
Like,
the cameras.
who is operating these cameras?
Oh, that's a
watching this
good one
guy
because there's cameras everywhere.
from the
brother.
train station to
Have
his
you
house.
seen the stories about that?
No.
So there's tons of. They were always talking about that. There's like, I don't remember what the number is. It's crazy, but every block has like X amount of cameras in public in Europe.
wow.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah, it's like the most surveillance.
We have to do research on that one and talk about that.
Well, I think
It's-
China.
Yeah, it is.
China has the most surveillance.
No.
It's England.
England beats China. There for every per square inch, there's cameras everywhere.
Oh, per capita kind of thing.
For every available
definitely have
space
to
or how many
research that.
blocks it is,
Yeah.
there's 4 to 5 cameras.
I think that guy was kind of studly though. I mean, he finished very strong. He was running at the end of that. Come on, he
Yeah,
couldn't even
he
get down the
was.
stairs. He walked into the wall.
Maybe all
the
those
barrier
fall-
face plant,
Yeah.
All those falls.
and then still was
sobered him
able
up.
to run home.
It was the last face plant into the barrier. That
He probably
woke
got a
him up.
text that his old lady or whatever is ready for him, so he just
Sobered him up
got to
real
get
quick.
some.
It's that 3
Let's
a.m. booty call.
do
What you
it.
doing?
Yeah.
That what you doing, Tex?
You ready for a break here, guys?
Yeah,
I'm ready for a
All
break.
right.
I got to piss like a race.
Oh,
horse,
same
man.
here.
All right, cool. We'll take a quick break and
Pee-pee dance.
we'll come back
We'll
in
be right back at you.
just a few minutes.
Peace. I'm good at fucking. That's for sure. Tell
That
your
will be
girlfriends.
going out on the.
Yeah, we are recording.
Yeah.
You fuckers.
This is on live stream right now.
Okay, so we are back from our break. We got a couple more segments for you before we wrap it up. First thing we're going to talk about when we come back into this.
Hey, I got something real quick.
Oh,
What is the worst fucking actor?
Worst actor?
Yeah, like who do you fucking hate? Like it could be someone everyone likes, or it could just be someone you don't like. Who
All right,
fucking sucks?
Let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, think. Kenny, you have anyone?
No, I got to think about that.
I'm not a big Ben Affleck fan.
Don't like Ben Affleck, huh?
No, not especially. No.
What's his goofy boyfriend's name?
You know what? He was good. He was good
Matt
in.
Damon?
Yes, Matt Damon would be mine.
Matt
so I
Damon.
think we just got that whole thing right there.
Yeah, I think he was good in that. What was that 70s movie, or supposed to be from the 70s? Dazed and Confused.
Oh, Ben Affleck?
Yeah, he was good. He was
in
okay
Dazed
in
and
that.
Confused?
Yeah,
I don't even
he
remember. I'm
was
trying
a
to-
big fucking bully. He's beating up all the freshmen.
I don't even remember him in that movie.
Yeah, he's the one that had the well, so I always get Dazed and Confused and
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah,
Oh,
I always
yeah.
get those two mixed up. So I
So
Wow.
Matthew McConaughey is in Dazed and Confused.
yes.
Okay, and
Yeah, that's who I was.
Sean Penn was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
He was Nick Spicoli.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
Spicoli.
Spicoli. No
Right.
dice.
And the guy with the eye. What's his name?
The guy with the eye?
The black guy with the eye.
Oh, fucking
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh,
Whitaker.
yeah, with the eye.
Yeah.
To
he was in
answer
it.
your question,
Yeah.
fucking Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest
How about
Whitaker.
that?
There
Are
we
you
go.
serious, dude? He was in some good
Fuck.
movies.
He was, well,
Forrest Whitaker and
he
his
just-
lazy fucking eye.
yeah.
Dude,
I
have-
like him in Ghost Dog.
Have you seen, what was that?
You don't like Ghost Dog?
Yeah, Ghost
No,
Dog,
I like
dude.
Ghost Dog, but I just
You still can't stand him. Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I liked him in Blown Away also, but I still just can't fucking stand him.
How about the Crying Game?
No, how did he get his eye fixed? I want to know
I
how
think
he
he
got
could-
his eye fixed, because in the last Star Wars, before, what was it? The
CGI. Maybe.
I think
The
so.
Maybe.
Oh, you're talking about
Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
His eye was not fucking looking all the way over here while he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, his eye was extra bad in that.
No, it
Jamie,
wasn't.
do you
It
have
was straight.
anyone that you can
His
think
eye
of?
was straight.
Or-
Dude, I'm on IMDb right
Oh,
now.
You're trying to just like trigger your
You
brain
know,
right here?
you know what movie he was in where his eye was super bad was that movie. What was it called? It was
What was it about?
it was like a space movie,
Sci-fi?
sci-fi movie. It was oh my god,
I don't remember him in a sci-fi movie.
He was in that one.
Ron L. Hubbard's movie.
Oh, yeah, it's because no one saw that crap.
You're not
Yeah.
talking about
What movie
So
was
I remember
that?
him being in.
I know what you're talking about.
Like
I thought that was
Repo.
Ice.
Yeah, he was in Repo too, but I mean, no, I'm talking about the Ron L. Hubbard movie. It was produced by John Travolta,
yeah.
and he
that
was in it.
movie was fucking horrible.
It was terrible, but his eye was extra fucked up in that.
What was the name of that badass movie? Is that when they were all dressed up?
And not
they had,
as
the
in
little,
good
like,
badass.
the fake dreads or whatever?
Yeah,
and they had the shit
It
hanging
was
off
like
them?
they were like
yeah, that movie was
all the human
garbage.
beings were enslaved.
Yeah, that movie was straight trash.
Yeah,
that should have went straight to
We
the
are
DVD.
searching for this right now.
Battlefield Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, that piece of shit.
Garbage.
Once again, when we get a stronger legal team, we'll dive into that a little bit more in the Scientology end of it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
those guys.
So Jamie doesn't have one that he can think of off the top of his head.
Yeah, like I'm really struggling. By the end of the show, I'll try and come up with something.
Just interrupt just like I did.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just whenever, because you don't want to lose this.
Now I'm like pissed off because
You know-
Forrest Whitaker.
Motherfucker.
Dude, I don't know, man. I like him.
I like him in Ghost Dog.
So that's
I thought he was great in Ghost Dog.
my problem is that
Except
I'm
for
like
the treadmill factor.
I'm the worst movie critic. It's almost like, remember we was talking about this last time. I've never
Yeah.
seen a bad movie except for that one that tried to do time travel and
Yeah.
then they just
Right.
did suck shit at it.
Which we already forgot the name.
Project Almanac.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess I see it.
Don't. Well, you're the only one that watched that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like I look at acting like there's always something that I will like them in. They always eventually find a role that they're like, oh, that actually works
It
for that
suited
person.
them, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I'll try.
But you'll try to think of one that just bugs you.
Yeah, I will.
Ben Affleck's a good one, though.
Yeah.
He was okay in The Town.
No,
You didn't like him in the...
no,
You guys didn't like him as Batman?
no.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I think he did
No.
all right.
All right, well.
He was about as bad as Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton Batman.
No, Val Kilmer.
That like
Oh yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah.
pretty
God,
George
what a
Clooney.
piece of garbage, dude.
We forgot about
Okay,
those.
yes,
Oh my
never
God.
mind.
Those
never
fuck-ups.
mind. Yeah, never mind.
yeah,
Keaton
they're
was better than those two for
I am
sure.
the Batman.
The George Clooney one was just a fucking joke.
Yeah, it was.
That was a shit show.
Trying to be
Yeah,
all
it
comic
was.
booky.
Yeah, take
Was
two.
it- that
Take
was
two of
a-
these. Call me in the morning.
Tim Burton, right?
Yeah, I don't like that guy. His directing, man.
Tim Burton. I think didn't he only do the first two?
No,
the
he
first
did.
two Michael
he,
Keaton ones.
No, he didn't.
3 or
No, I thought
4?
I thought he did the horrible George Clooney one.
Because there was 4 of them, right? There was Batman, Batman Returns,
No, the
Batman Forever, and then Batman and Robin.
yeah, that I think
Look
it was
it up.
Batman Forever. That wasn't the director you're talking about.
Yeah, I think
we will look this up because this is
I
important.
think he only
very
did
much
the
so.
Batman and Robin one. The Tim Burton only did
Yeah,
that
that's the one.
Yeah, he did the first 2.
He did the first 2.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah,
Oh.
Batman
yeah.
Forever. Batman Forever. Batman and Robin in 1997. George Clooney. Directed by Joel Schumacher.
Oh, he needs to be kicked in the nuts.
So, what's your favorite Batman or portrayal of Batman? And any of the movies, shows, TV shows, anything.
All right.
What would be yours, Jamie? Your favorite Batman?
Mine is. I probably get a lot of shit from comic book fans about this, but I really like Christian Bale as Batman, even though he has had Kevin Conroy has called him out for having a weird Batman voice, and Kevin Conroy did,
Which got
Batman.
worse each.
Yeah,
each movie.
Kevin Conroy did Batman's voice in the animated series. He's very, very iconically known as the Batman voice.
Which is my favorite Batman, just for the record.
And I liked Christian Bale because that voice that he gave was supposed to be kind of dark and it was supposed to be kind of scary.
Yeah, I got that.
But I mean, obviously, it's not. We're grown ass men. It's not going to be intimidating to us. But
all right.
But I thought it was kind of cool to have him be sort of dark and sort of like.
I thought in the first one, Batman Begins, I thought he was fine. Yeah, the first one, I thought it was pretty cool. He didn't go too overboard, but then after that, it just
got ridiculous.
Got ridiculous to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I like the first one. But yeah, the animated series is the best Batman portrayal for me. I mean, like
I would have
the
to
animated
agree.
series. Yeah,
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Is that everyone else agrees with that?
Yeah,
Okay, so everyone likes.
the animated series, and then you also had the Joker, who's played by Mark Hamill.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Dude, that was
the
Luke.
Yeah, that was a great show, man. I even like to go back and find episodes and watch it every once in a while. Have you guys seen the graphic novel?
Yep.
Dude, that thing is so awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. So is
you seen
Spider-Man
it?
2099.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I've seen a graphic novel, but it was the Haunted Night. It was almost Halloween themed, kind of.
So go on Netflix and they have them.
I probably
They also
have seen
like
it
the samurai
because
one,
I've
too,
watched
where
a
he's
bunch
in
of.
Japan.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one too.
Oh, the samurai one.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes I'm drunk when I'm watching those. So
I really like the
I don't
alternate
remember
universe
always.
stuff, like all the different alternate universe.
Like the Star Trek.
No,
No, just
like
with Batman.
Like Batman.
Oh.
Like there's one where Bruce Wayne dies when he's a kid, and Martha Wayne becomes the Joker, and
yeah, that one was
Bruce
pretty
I
dope.
get what
dad becomes
Batman.
Yeah, it's like a whole different twist. They're so cool.
And he's like an old man, and
Yeah.
they're like cussing and everything on that one.
Cool.
Right.
That one comes on like Showtime or
I
Cinemax
don't like
sometimes.
Batman Beyond.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, I kind of have to disagree with you on that.
So let me just put this out there because this is what somebody had to explain to me before I would even consider Batman Beyond as Batman, right? We've all grown up with our Batman. My Batman is different than your Batman is different than your Batman. That is what kids grow up today thinking Batman
I didn't
is.
mind Batman Beyond, the cartoon with the kid, right? Yeah.
Well, he's the one that has no cape.
I didn't love it, but I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't mind
it
it.
flies
he had the
or
like
whatever.
Batwing suit.
Yeah, he
or whatever.
flew
I
and-
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I used
didn't mind that one.
to watch Batman Beyond. It kind of reminded me of, like I said, of Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that's what I'm saying, and I had to take the same exact stance on Ninja Turtles because Ninja Turtles was my shit, and all the new stuff that came out, I was like,
Garbage.
they fucking
Poo-poo.
ruined it.
It's
But
totally
garbage.
ruined it.
Did you like the movie?
I did like the movie.
The movie was okay.
Which one?
I've
The
only seen
latest-
the
the
first
last one.
The last one they did.
I didn't see the
that
second
one.
one yet, not yet. But I did watch that, and I did watch. They had an animated movie, and
It was all right.
it was okay. They really kind of went into the rivalry between Leonardo and Raphael, which I really liked, which
Right.
is something that you
Mhm.
need to cover in a Turtles story, in my opinion. So it had aspects of it that I liked, even though it was new and different to me, and I sort of pushed it away at first. I eventually learned to accept it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like The Secret of the Ooze. That was, to me, that was fucking terrible.
Oh, those are like I was like in second grade when that came out. So that was like my
yeah. That was
Secret of the
you had a
what?
whole different perspective than I
Secret
was.
of the Ooze? I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
that was
Secret
the
of the
second
what?
one. That was number
Ooze.
2.
Secret of the
You know the
Ooze.
green jizzy stuff?
Oh, is that when they had Bebop and the other guy?
Well,
Rocksteady? No, that was in
it
all
was
of them.
Toka and Razar.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, dude.
And
hit
Crane looks like angry nutsack. The fuck's up with that asshole?
yeah.
Yeah, well, I
in
remember-
somebody's belly.
Yeah, did they ever make a live action Krang?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe in the second or the third one. Maybe I think it was in the third one. Maybe
The
No,
best
the
ones are
third
the ones
one
that had like Ernie Reyes Jr. in it.
Was in time. Turtles
with
in Time.
Vanilla
yeah.
Ice
Yeah, the second one had Ernie Reyes Jr. in it.
and Vanilla
The
Ice.
third one did not. Yeah, and Vanilla Ice was in the
I
second
can't
one.
forget that.
Oh my god.
Dude, if you go
I don't
back and
remember.
watch,
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Oh, that's
Now you remember.
stupid.
if you go
song,
back
yeah.
and watch the very
It's a Saturday
first one,
Which the first one's awesome.
if you go back and watch the first one as an adult, there's like
It's still good.
it's kind of dark for a kid.
I actually watched it only maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
dude, it's
It's
legit
good.
good. There's a part where they get down into the sewer with Casey Jones for the first time,
Right.
and then Casey Jones is like, I don't have to take this. I'm gonna go sleep in the truck.
Yeah.
And Donatello goes, "You're claustrophobic," and he goes, "Hey, I never even looked at another man like that."
That was a funny scene.
I never it wasn't until 20 years later
You didn't
that I watched
realize
it,
what
and I
he
was
said,
like,
what he really
"Oh,
meant. Yeah.
that was funny."
Yep. All right. Do we cover the Ninja Turtles and Batman?
I think we did.
And the shittiest actor we still don't have from Jamie.
Not yet.
Forrest fucking Whitaker.
Oh yeah, we got that, Kenny. Kenny's bitter.
Ben fucking Affleck.
Affleck.
All right. Well, are we good on that then?
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys
we're
wanna move
good.
on to the
We're
next
good.
one. Okay, so we're
Now
gonna
the real
I can
topic?
I can come up with the even
Yeah.
shittier movie.
What?
The new fucking Power Rangers movie.
I haven't seen it, so
Oh, dude, it's
I
so
haven't seen it.
horrible.
I actually kind of liked it.
Horrible.
Kenny liked it.
Fucking Kenny.
God damn it, Kenny.
we never just universally agree on anything unless it has to do with guns.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
well,
Or freedom.
Yeah. All right.
Well, so yeah. Anyway,
Moving right along here.
getting on to our next little more serious topic, we're going to talk about something called a head tax.
and it's not what
is-
you think.
Yeah. It's apparently being put in place into several states, from what I understand. We're going to have Kenny go ahead and start us off with this. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Kenny. Let's go ahead and hit it off. Talk about some head tax, bro.
All right, so head tax in Seattle right now, or Tacoma, the Seattle area, is a hot topic right now. So we're going to discuss that so people are informed. Right now, there's a lot of misinformation out there on exactly what it is. Head tax is being proposed by Seattle, Tacoma area government for any corporation that makes over $20 million annually. And it's a $275 per year tax that they're imposing on these companies to help the homeless / housing problem that they have in this area.
And that's $275 per employee.
Any employee that's working full time. So it's for any company that has full time employees. They're charging them $275 per employee a year. So annually, it's going to bring in about $47 million annually to the Seattle Tacoma area.
Okay. That doesn't sound terrible.
Sounds horrible to me.
Why is that?
Taxation is theft.
All right. So that's what I was trying to get out of you. The root of the problem, right? That's what I wanted you to say.
So what's going to happen is what? I mean, it's going to raise the cost of the goods for those companies. So, Amazon, Costco, Alaska Airlines.
Well, not only that. So basically, Amazon is saying, okay, well, they were building a headquarter tower there in Seattle. So they were basically like, okay, we're putting all building on hold.
Yeah, which is smart.
We don't know if we want to stay in this area anymore because now you're imposing extra taxes already on top of what we already paid.
It's crazy. They still have the freedom of movement at this point.
Why would they stay there when they can go to, I don't know, like North Dakota and set up
Tennessee, somewhere else? Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. So if you remember, like probably a couple weeks ago, Amazon was building a new headquarters in the United States, and they had a bidding war.
Right, I remember that. Yeah,
all these states smoozing all these Amazon people,
schmoozers,
trying to get them to come to that area because it brings an influx of funds to that area already without them being taxed. So there was one state that was like, oh, you can come here and for 10 years you don't have to pay any type of property tax whatsoever.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to go there.
Incentives.
Right. I can't remember where they actually, I think it was Texas. They ended up, they're going to have one of their new headquarters. In,
there's a lot of tech companies and stuff like that moving to Texas too.
Right. Because one, there's no state law or no state taxes. And there's a bunch of incentives for, large companies to come there where they're not going to charge them property tax for a set amount of years. So this new head tax would go in effect in 2019, and then the sun would set on it. Basically, it would be over in 2013.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing. So usually whenever there's a sunset, they always just re-vote it back in. So once you give the government any power, they just run with it.
Exactly.
Basically almost every time.
That's 2019 to 2023.
23, right, yeah.
And this is
not 2013, my bad.
It's all good.
This is a socialist movement, too. These people are socialist alternative.
Commie motherfuckers.
So, they basically want to take from the company to build affordable housing.
Redistribution of wealth is basically.
And it's exactly what it is. And they probably won't talk about it in this clip we're going to well, they're not going to talk about it in the clip that we show you. But that's basically what it is redistribution of wealth. And I did catch a news article where they did say this is part of that program.
Right. And another place where that actually happened was, we talked about it on our last podcast a little bit, was France, where you had all the nobles and,
the aristocrats.
That had all the money, and then you had the poor basically wanting handouts.
But see, here's the thing.
Freedom fries, bro.
This isn't like that. What's happening is this is a setup. So liberals take over, or Democrats, or whatever you want to call them, socialists take over. Progressives take over these affluent areas. Then they start offering all these social programs. So you have like an influx of homeless to these major cities, and then you create this giant homeless problem.
Seattle, hella cool to the homeless.
So everybody goes there. They start offering these programs, and then they say that what's happening is capitalism is creating homelessness, when it's actually created by the social programs and the influx of everybody. So,
and crony capitalism, the interference from the government all the time. It's not true free market capitalism.
But also, it's not too, the underlying thing on this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's basically a land grab. So one thing that we don't have that they're not making new every day is land, right? Mm-hmm. So then I'll go in, I'll offer all these programs, bring in all these people that can't afford to live there, make it a bad area, drive down the prices of the land that's there, and then buy it all up, and then start developing where you have gentrification that's going on now in Oakland. They've already done it in New York. If you look at the areas in New York that were considered like the ghettos or the projects where they had all these, project buildings that they built back in the 70s for people on welfare and everything, those areas now have been gentrified, or gentrification as it's called, to where you go to like Harlem or whatever. It was an affluent area with you had Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, blacks, all these cultures there. Now it's mainly white people that are there.
Well, even in Palo Alto,
right?
Palo Alto, when I was growing up, it was East Palo Alto. It was really bad. There was a lot of crime,
a lot of drugs.
It was really a lot of minorities lived there. And when the .com boom hit, we had all these people start to come into these areas.
They built a fucking IKEA.
So they started moving all these people out of East Palo Alto and developing it for the affluent people in the area.
And now
and I'm not going to say white, because there's a lot of
it's a lot of mixed races in East Palo Alto now.
Yeah,
but there's an IKEA where it used to be a crack spot.
Right.
Like, where the IKEA was directly across the street from it was a project that like you did not want to get caught anywhere near back in like the 90s.
Dude, we used to go play football there, Pop Warner football, and I shit you not, we were like 12 years old, right? And there was guys playing for East Palo Alto. They were like had full grown beards,
18 years old.
Yeah,
it was insane. I mean, they were just
still in high school,
just bigger than us, faster than us, better than us. I mean, we were pretty good, but these guys were just phenomenal, you know. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I've been in East Palo Alto when it was bad, I think is where I'm going, and I've seen how it was there prior to
the .com boom.
So after the .com crash, we had this reemergence of social media or of .com social media. You have Facebook in that area. You have Apple in that area. You also, there's a bunch of tech companies that are in that area. So it's a really wealthy, expensive place to live.
Now,
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also think so. One of the more important things to cover in this segment too is that tax. A lot of people are misconstruing it that's going to be laid down onto the employee to pay annually when it's actually money that's being
The
paid
employer.
by the employer, correct?
Right.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
trickles down to the well, let's play the video, and this is what happens. Amazon shut down construction of their building in Tacoma because they weren't sure if they were going to stay there because of this.
So
new
it's
tax.
already hurting the working man.
So the people who are building this building, the iron workers, have something to say about this.
Let's do it.
Anytime.
No head tax! 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 No head tax!
So the Seattle iron workers oppose the socialists
No head tax!
on the city council.
We will have disagreements in the labor movement, but if we fight against each other...
No head tax! No head tax! No head tax! No head tax! No head
So these guys are fighting against the head tax and the burden that it's going to cause. We can see right here, it's already stopped construction.
I've seen you guys drown people out before, so I'm going to repeat this statement. No head tax! No head tax!
Nice.
Awesome.
No head
And they're
Give them a
chanting
taste
this.
of their own medicine.
Exactly. I mean, how many times have we seen like these socialists
Shut
show
down
up
everyone else.
and just start shouting people down?
Yeah, speakers like at schools and stuff too. They're all the same people.
If you want to see true organization,
look at her
mess with
face.
construction workers. You want to see those guys? You want to see true organization?
No head
Oh, she wants to cry.
tax! No head tax!
Oh, I'm just a lonely, sad commie.
Don't you get it?
She don't get it.
She doesn't get it.
She doesn't get
She
Captain.
doesn't want to get it.
Amazon is not the first big...
No head tax!
That's fucking beautiful.
So you guys
That's good. We got it. Yeah.
Get the gist of what's
And
going
it's
on
beautiful.
here in this video. Yeah, so they're just
Got
they're-
another tear in my eye,
They're
Jamie.
trying to just
A lonely tear.
And it's not. It's
The sad thing is the poor girl behind her in the striped shirt looks lost as fuck.
she's worried. She's worried that
Yeah.
these guys are just going to say, you know what? Fuck you guys. Let's go at it. I mean, I would be scared in this situation.
What
if
do
I
you
was
mean? You mean like have sex with her or fight her?
No, like
I'm
like
just curious. I
them-
didn't know where you were going
them
with
push
that.
them out like physically.
Yeah.
It was
I don't
where I'm
think
going
not
with
really
that.
anyone wants us to have sex
So-
with that thing.
This is what happens. We have these companies that are being penalized for being companies and operating in a more of a free market, and then you have these socialists who want to just grab all this money and saying that that it's for homeless development or homeless whatever, and what happens is it affects the workers, not the homeless. It affects the workers. The workers wind
Well,
up
it
homeless.
affects the homeless in the sense that they get free whatever the hell they want, like housing and all that. And
Yeah.
then why would you want to work if you're getting everything handed to you? You're going to just
Exactly.
stay what you're doing, but now you have other benefits.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the reason why these people are homeless is because they're bad with money.
Right.
Bottom line.
Or drug addiction.
Well, I
or
mean, that-
mental
health
issues.
issues.
Yeah.
I mean, but really, the majority of the population of homeless are not. I wouldn't say most of them are mentally ill.
No,
they're capable.
The
of
majority
working.
of the population of homeless in Seattle, because I've seen it firsthand, are drug abusers.
Yeah.
They have a huge
Drug problem.
heroin problem up there.
Well, yeah, just like around here, just like around San Francisco
Right.
and Palo Alto. Well, not Palo Alto, but those areas, Oakland. I mean, but even Oakland is starting to shift gears. They're pushing people out. They're
Right,
and
gentrification.
they're moving them to the South Bay. Like they in the South Bay, they're developing.
They're showing up downtown San Jose.
Well, even further than that. I mean, the farthest point of Santa Clara County south is where they're moving a lot of the citizens of Oakland.
Right.
So they're coming. I mean, they're going south.
That's why you also had a lot of people opposed to BART coming to the South Bay too, because now it's easier for the transients to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and if you've been watching the news lately, BART is a hot mess.
Oh, you see the BART station in San Francisco?
Yo, that's so disgusting.
There's drugs everywhere. There's needles everywhere. I mean, it's
they now have
San Francisco, man.
It's called a biohazard team for BART.
Right. You call them.
And they come clean up the needles
Fuck
and stuff.
yeah, I ain't going on there.
Dude, I'm telling you, San Francisco's a mess,
rough.
dude.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
$15 an hour to pick up hypodermic needles. No thank you.
So with the head tax, that's what they're going to keep promoting, and it's just going to consistently grow, right?
Correct.
Because you're just...
Explain to me why that promotes that. Like, this is just to offer some sort of a counter argument. So they're giving all these relief opportunities to homeless people. Why does that drive up homelessness?
So really quick. So now you're creating a vacuum, right, where you have all these homeless people coming in getting all these handouts, basically. But now the company that was paying that head tax is like, you know what? I'm out of here. I don't want to pay this head tax anymore. So now you have loss of jobs for thousands of people.
Creating more homeless.
Creating more homelessness. And now the program that was being funded is no longer being funded because that company is no longer there to fund that program, right?
Yep.
So now you have them taxing the people that are still in the area working now to actually take care of a program that they came up with from a company that's no longer there. So it's a bad way to fix a problem.
It's not a fix.
Right.
It's a Band-Aid.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So then-
it's not even that even. It's false. It's just...
It's like me going, oh, you have a boo-boo, let me kiss it, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
it
okay,
doesn't
so-
do anything.
On it,
So
right.
say that company then pulls out, then now it's going to be up to the people of that area to
that
then
area
pay.
that live there.
They're going to put
But-
it on the other companies.
Okay.
Well, no, not only that, but now you have 20,000 plus people that aren't relocating. So say some relocate. So we'll say 1/3 of them relocate. The rest of the people that don't relocate now can't afford to pay their bills, so therefore they're now forced to be homeless. So now you have an influx of over homelessness.
Well, like these construction
nowhere
workers.
for people to go, right?
Like these construction workers. Now they're out of a job because Amazon shut down construction. Now they don't want a head tax because they want a job. Now you have all these displaced construction workers. Good thing that they're in a union and the union takes care of them and finds them other jobs. But I mean, what about the tech workers? You know,
Right.
all the people that
Right.
do.
And isn't it also safe to say too that in an area that is giving free things away to the homeless, don't you think that would attract homeless from other communities to come?
Well, that's what I said.
Absolutely,
That's what I said at the beginning. Is that they create all these social programs. You have this influx of homeless to these areas, like California, for example. We carry 30% of all the homeless in the United States. It's because we have so many social programs. And what happens is all these homeless come in. We can't afford to take care of them all, so we put the burden on the taxpayers, and that's the problem. Instead of giving these people money, instead of giving
Easy.
people money, give them opportunities. Teach them a trade. That way they can feed themselves. They can be proud of who they are. This was the concept behind the New Deal Franklin Delano Roosevelt developed. Was that him? That was him.
Yeah.
So, there were so many homeless and displaced people during that time
From the Great Depression.
From the Great Depression, that he created this program where this is where the road building started, where the government took over road building and stuff like big programs like that. So it created a lot of jobs and put people back to work, and it made people proud to be part of this, great.
But the problem with that is, people nowadays just want the handout. They don't.
Well,
we touched on that last week.
because people are conditioned already.
Gotta
People
get that
are already
Obama
conditioned.
phone.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I literally watched a video where this guy walks up to a couple of other guys and he's like, I hate to get into the partisan politics, but he said, why is Trump bad? And one guy said, he's trying to take away the free money. What?
It's true.
And I saw another video of a girl who was 19 years old. She walks out of a store where she just got her brand new phone for free, and they asked her like, "You get that for free, right?" And she said, "Yeah." And they go, "You don't have to pay for it?" And she goes, "No." And they go, "Why?" She goes, "Because I'm on assistance." And she's 19 years old, capable of working. And he said, "Well, why are you on assistance? You can work." And she goes, "Well, I do work, but I can only work so much, or they'll remove my assistance from me."
Right. So you have where people are so wrapped up in these free programs that they don't want to go out and work.
Well, see, and that's the thing is they asked her, "Well, how did you get on assistance?" She goes, "Well, I was on, when I was born, my mom put me on assistance. I've been on assistance all my life."
So that's all she knows.
That's all she knows. And now they pass it on to the next generation. So the next generation goes to find the assistance. And
they think that is what America's about.
Yeah, free money.
Which is sad and disgusting.
And that's why taxation is theft, because you're taking away from the working people and giving it to somebody else.
To a bunch of damn freeloaders.
Yep. and that's why this tax is so horrible, because it's going to create more homeless. We have to stop these social programs. We have to stop them. Either that, or we really need to reevaluate them on how to train people to work.
Right.
And stop all this nonsense, this socialism.
So
this is why they say capitalism doesn't work, because they bring all these homeless in. They say, "Look, you're creating this homeless because you're raising the cost of living here, and they can't afford to live here. We need to feed them. This is morally irresponsible of you. It's you're creating this problem, so you have to pay for it."
Well, they say that capitalism doesn't work, but it's because the government is meddling in free market capitalism.
Because they're cutting out capitalism and
capitalism.
installing socialism. When a company is not able to operate freely, that's not capitalism.
Crony capitalism.
That's crony capitalism. That's regulations. That's taxes. Everything to stifle your business. And we would be more prosperous if we just let companies do what they're going to do and be altruistic. And I know that companies like being altruistic, because capitalism, if you're not altruistic as a company, capitalism will fix it. People will stop patronizing your business, and that's how capitalism works.
Correct.
People word of mouth will give you a bad name. Your bad name will ruin your business.
And just real quick to touch on that, I know right now it's prevalent in the news because it's happening in Seattle, Tacoma area. It's already here in this area as we speak.
In California, Bay Area.
San Jose, Redwood City, and Sunnyvale already have head taxes on corporations that make over $20 million a year. They've been doing it for a while. Cupertino was thinking about applying this to Apple, who just built this huge facility in Cupertino. And they have, satellite areas everywhere.
They basically entrapped them.
Right. So basically, Apple's like, this is bad for business because we have this building that we built. We're already paying so much money in taxes because they're in California to this area already. Now you're basically hurting the product that we're putting out that they're already charging an arm and a leg for on top of it. But it's going to create, like we said, job loss, more homeless, and a bunch of areas that have already been ravaged.
And it's not like we hate the homeless. That's not the point here.
Not at all.
The point is they're not giving these companies a choice, and that's not freedom.
No, and more importantly, don't fucking steal someone else's fucking money. By force.
That's not
at gunpoint.
Right.
That is not freedom. Freedom is let the companies do what they're going to do. If we have to deal with the homeless problem, which we do, I mean, I think it's a moral issue.
There's already enough goddamn taxes.
There are a lot of taxes, and there's tons of companies who set up.
These ass fucks should be fucking protesting to repeal taxes, not just to be just this alone. They should be going to the bigger issue.
Yeah, we really need to start electing people who believe more along the lines of freedom than taxation.
So let me just interject here. I have kind of an idea for like a a reasonable alternative to this issue here would be to set up a voluntary charity for that
nonprofit,
organization,
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
That's what I was getting at.
You'd be astonished at how many of these companies, these multi-billion-dollar companies, when given the opportunity, when given a funnel to put their money into for something good and something noble, they will give a lot of that profit to those causes.
Microsoft, what's his name? Bill Gates, he gives away millions of dollars a
Bill
year.
Gates is a total scumfuck, just so you guys know.
He gives away, but he does give away a lot of money. So does Mark Zuckerberg. They all, they give away
that guy
so much money, but they're also making tons of money. If you let these companies be altruistic, they're gonna be responsible. But when you impose taxes and take away the freedom of choice, that's wrong.
Well, and they could probably be doing a lot more in the beginning if they weren't being so much taxed in the first place before even this head tax issues even came up. Just all the other taxes they have to do with property tax and any other tax that they have. Yeah,
but it doesn't affect
where this happened. Detroit.
Oh yeah, there. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Detroit and the car industry.
It destroyed Detroit industries.
Yeah, it's all the stupid government regulation and taxes.
Taxation, man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna
They'll
start
get you.
It's gonna start happening.
It's gonna get you.
It's already
What's
happening.
the saying?
Taxation is theft.
No, taxes and death are the only things guaranteed in life.
No, it's not true. We already covered this last time.
Man,
No,
you get
I'm saying.
Oh, guaranteed in life.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah.
But you get the death tax. So that
Well, no, but I'm saying taxation and death are the only things that are guaranteed in life.
You know,
Pretty much.
You know, King George.
Yeah, he was way better than what we have right now.
I mean, honestly, he wasn't even taxing us at the rates that we're being taxed at now.
No, not at all.
And we thought back then
1% or 2% tax.
It was tyrannical.
It was ridiculous.
If we thought he was tyrannical at 1 or 2%, I mean, how much more?
Well, you have.
tyrannical
I
is our
mean, you
government?
have like people like Rand Paul and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're saying 10% or something like that. Like
well,
a
no.
flat tax.
So like right now, you pay when you buy something. The sales tax right now is what 9
and a
Yeah,
quarter.
I just mean like the once a year.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you're already over what King George was already taxing.
But my roads.
My roads.
Yeah.
How do we fix the roads?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
All right.
I don't know if you've driven in California lately, but apparently we're not.
Yeah.
Tax dollars do not go to the
Apparently
roads
it's
if you've ever been in California.
And there was the bond measures that we voted on today.
Gas taxes.
They wanted more
hashtag
tax,
horse shit.
more
We
bonds
need
for
more
roads,
money.
more bonds
Give
for
us more.
child care, more bonds for
James Bond.
James Bond.
Maybe he needs a bond.
No.
So these
Gold
bonds,
bond.
these bonds we vote on for so that the government can take our taxes. The problem with bonds is we're creating more government by giving them more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want
More
more
government
government?
programs?
Because that's how you get more government.
Yeah. Oh yeah. More government programs means more government employees
Yeah.
and agencies and whatnot.
Less freedom.
Way less freedom. We good on this one, guys?
No, I'm not good. I hate I
Well-
hate this head tax because it's destroying the little guy. And the little guy, I mean the guys who build stuff. I have friends who are pipe fitters. I have friends who are carpenters.
Welders.
I am myself a painter. I know sheetrock people. I mean, you're fucking with the blue collar workers. And if you want to fight, you don't want to fight those guys.
Hey.
You don't want to fight people like us.
Blue collar workers are almost a thing of the past.
Well,
And that's because of shit like this, though.
we're still here.
No, I'm saying, but it's not as prevalent as it was, back in the day because of stuff like this.
If you're a blue collar worker and you are watching this, I want you to hashtag fuck the head tax in our comments.
There we go. Start a
Hashtag
movement.
fuck head tax.
Dude, yeah, because it's and
No head tax.
another thing too is because they sort of stopped glorifying trade schools too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
everyone- you have to have a degree for fucking to be a
receptionist.
server.
Well,
or
shit.
something,
Even to get licensed as anything in California, it's difficult.
Well, and just once again to go on that whole thing, so if you're in the airline industry, now the flights are going to cost more. If you're going to the grocery store and you're going to Costco, all of a sudden all your products are going to cost a little bit more. Everything's going to get affected. Amazon, you order, it's going to go up. So you guys got to remember that when you sign on to this and you go, oh, it sounds like a good idea, I want to help the homeless, because if you're going off of emotions instead of using your head, you're going to be sorry. You're going to be sorry in the long run. And this is the kind of thinking that's basically gone on and on and on, and that's why we're in this state that we're in right now.
Don't be sheep.
Yeah, stop being sheep. Wake up.
And that's the bottom line, right? It's the companies are not just going to sit back and be okay with making the same amount of profit they have with a new tax being imposed. They're going to put in measurements that are going to increase their profits because they're a business. They're in the business of making revenue.
Well, anytime government gets involved, it's force. Government, by definition, is force. And they're taking your money by force.
So now what they can do to skirt around this, the loophole is no one works full time. You're now a part-time employee.
That's been going on.
Yeah, there goes no benefits.
Robots.
Benefits.
Robot that business.
Yeah, we'll animate it or automate it.
That too. Maybe that too.
Either or,
Automate it, and that way now we don't have to pay this head tax because, hey, we don't have anybody that works full-time.
Yeah.
All our employees work, 32 hours a week or 30 hours a week or 29 hours a week.
Yeah. Speaking of robots, those sex dolls are looking pretty good, those robot ones.
Hey, man.
Just saying.
Yo,
just bring that up real quick.
That was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Did I jump the gun on that one?
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. If you wanna go right now,
we can go in. Are we good on this one right now? I mean, I don't want to interrupt.
Let's do it. Let's go into
it.
Head
tax.
Let's go. Robots.
All right. So they're making real dolls now. Yeah, this is a fucking. That was a.
That's
harsh
hilarious.
segue.
That I just.
That was a harsh.
Yeah.
segue.
But hey, that's what I do.
So they're making real dolls now that have AI.
Hard.
And they have emotions. So if you're mean to it,
well, it
will get mad at you.
Robot, right?
What the fuck do I want that for?
That's exactly what I was
That's
getting
some
at.
bullshit.
Yeah, we already got that shit in real life.
I don't want that realistic of a doll.
The fucking whole point was like,
get the fuck out of here.
Now, literally, if you come home and like it learns to be a companion for you.
I bet she doesn't even cook either.
If you just take your fucking day out on it every single day, it's gonna actually start to resent you, kind of, and then so like
take out the batteries.
It defeats the whole fucking purpose of having a
you might as well have a real woman in your life.
Yo, what the fuck?
This guy's full of shit over here. So anyway,
yeah, that was it, man. They get happy, they get sad. Like obviously, it's supposed to be an incentive program. You're supposed to like make it happy, so that way it's happy.
Oh,
she sounds.
God damn it!
She sounds hideous.
I'm gonna pay all that money, right? Come on, man. She got to do what I want.
She better be nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just leave it on happy all the time? Like,
you know what?
I
just thought of something.
That's crazy.
We got to get into the lube business because that's going to be a big market for those bad boys.
The what business?
You got to lube them up, right?
Some Freedom Lube.
I'm just saying, man. Freedom Lube.
Freedom Lube.
Just saying, it's going to be a big product. Everyone's going to have them.
What? They're
fuck bots, man.
That is intellectual property.
Smart.
It belongs
it's capitalism
to Grim 86 Freedom First podcast.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So that's
Freedom
ours.
Lube.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Freedom Lube. Hashtag Freedom Lube.
Our first product's going to be Freedom Lube.
Sex lube.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Sweet. Sex robot lube. It'll have like a...
Sometimes people got to bust a nut, man. Come on now.
Some sort of a petroleum mixture.
What?
Petroleum based?
Okay, this is getting off the rails.
Some
real
Monsanto petroleum.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yes. That way it'll be FDA approved. You know, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Just bypass all the
dick glows in the dark.
patents.
It's pretty cool.
It'll be fine.
It'll be awesome.
I'll be
I mean,
alright.
you can play Star Wars at night. It'll be
Yeah,
cool.
a little
Okay.
lightsaber
Little
battle.
lightsaber, yeah.
Sweet.
What just happened?
That was
All right.
awesome.
Okay, that
We
was,
jumped ahead to the free talk.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that was a little tangent there. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so do you want to go into
Let's
the...
stick into the free talk now.
Okay,
Yeah. I think you'll keep going with that.
that sounds good to me, man.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else that you wanted to...
I'll go since I'm already kind of hijacked
yeah,
this.
some robots.
What's your
Fucking
guys'
robots.
biggest fear?
Oh.
Phobia, fear.
No.
I know Kenny's.
So
No.
I know for sure, like one of mine that I constantly have reoccurring dreams of
Right.
is I don't like heights a whole lot. I don't like flying. For being a tall guy, I think it's kind of ironic that I don't like heights. But
Yeah.
a reoccurring dream that I have is that I'm up somewhere really high, like on a ledge.
And you like fall off of it?
And not that I'm falling, but like that I'm like holding on for dear life, and it's very difficult.
Yeah, right in the edge of the
nice.
sword tip, basically. You're not really... Yeah, I get it.
Freud would say that you have conflict with your balance of life.
Oh yeah, no, I know there's a lot of shit that like goes with that. With
No, Freud would say it's because you have an attachment to your mom.
Or something like that, yeah.
Some kind of sexual thing.
then
Or
like,
dad issue or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's Freudian.
so
Yeah.
heights are like that's one of my big like I don't really like being up
Ladders.
super high. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like
I
I
do
have
that
to
shit
like I
all
have to
day.
use the lift at work and stuff, you know, and I have to go up 2-3 stories, but it's like I don't like being up there, but I do it,
Right.
Right.
you know. It is what it
But
is.
if you were like on the edge of a mountain, you'd be losing your shit.
I would not like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably get vertigo and
Yeah, or like a real high balcony and like.
Would
a
you
big-
skydive?
Oh yeah, no, fuck
No, hell no, he wouldn't.
Really?
Perfectly good airplane. Fuck
Oh,
that.
You just said
Dude.
he's scared of heights. Come on now.
I know,
looks-
but it's different.
It
man.
looks fun.
How
it
is that
looks
different?
like a blast.
I've done it twice. It's awesome, man.
No, I'm talking about him being afraid of heights and skydiving. How the fuck is that different?
It is different. I mean, maybe you guys don't realize it, but it's a lot different.
Yeah, I don't realize it, but I don't think he would want.
Because to me, it seems like being up somewhere really high and then jumping.
Right. That's
Whereas-
But
that's what it is.
See, but the sensation is not the same. The sensation is that's not the
falling to your death?
No, it's not. It's really not.
out
It's
of a
different.
perfectly good aircraft.
Like you become so like peaceful minded when you're falling.
I totally thought he was gonna say
Yeah.
euphoric, and I was gonna
Right?
smack him.
Yeah, you just have this peace when you're falling.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's not the fall. I think it's that sudden stop.
the
at the
sudden
end.
It's
stop
the
at end.
land.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. The ground coming up at
that
200
ground.
miles an hour.
No, I know what you're saying though, because I mean, you see people doing like the acrobatics and the giant groups and stuff, and they're doing all the
Right.
formations, and yeah, they're fucking flying like straight up. They're anything short of flying,
No,
right?
they're falling with grace.
But yeah, either way, I'm just saying like,
That's different.
I can see. It's not like being in a vessel and like when you get on a roller coaster and it drops you and you get that hang time feeling in your stomach. I know it's not like that because I've jumped off of shit before and you don't get that feeling. But I've never reached terminal velocity before, and I'm sure that's got to be something.
Right.
crazy.
Cannonball!
I don't think I did either, but I was going pretty fast.
Well, terminal velocity just means as fast as you can go.
As fast as you can fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
There's that gravity again, Berto at the hill.
There's no faster.
Shout out.
Flat
Yeah.
earther.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to our
Berto at
flat
the hill,
earther
flat
brother.
earther dog.
Oh.
Flat.
Oh, we'll get into that another
Yeah.
time. We're not
Flat
even gonna go
Earth.
there. Oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah. We got to get
It's
into
gonna be fun.
You know what? I really want to get into the moon landing at some point.
We'll get into
anyway.
it when we do.
Wait,
that
wait.
too.
So wait,
biggest fear. We're still on the biggest
wait.
fear.
Yeah. Back
But-
to so Chris, what's yours?
My biggest fear is that they know my biggest fear. That's my biggest.
That was pretty fucking stupid.
Hey, I don't.
That was a cop out right there.
It totally is because I really don't want to talk about it
Why?
because it's my biggest
Does it
fear.
have to do with
dude.
ghosts?
All right, second
No.
biggest fear.
No.
You got to give us something.
Okay. So,
us
so
something.
my biggest fear
I don't like
is
spiders.
biggest fear. I'm claustrophobic. I'm very
Okay.
claustrophobic. So
All right.
like right now I'm inside. I have a little panic because you guys are too close to me.
Okay.
Like I want to like elbow you and push this guy and make space for myself.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
Oh well.
Hey, are you
Now,
working?
now I'm just uncomfortable
Wait,
the rest of
real
this
quick.
podcast. That's fine.
Is he working July 3rd?
I don't know,
Okay.
but that's not something.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
My biggest fear: sharks, white sharks, especially.
Oh.
Fuck them. Fuck that shit.
Sharks are a very fucking real problem.
But they're radical. Like if you're like, dude, watching like Animal Planet, cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite shark for me,
Predator.
hammerhead.
All those look so
Right.
fucking cool.
I love them.
Yeah.
But white sharks, they look soulless. Their eyes, like, there's no like soul there, and they're just
Yeah.
one job.
Are you gonna do the Jaws
Killing me.
speech?
Dun-dun.
The black eyes. Like
No, I don't even remember that. Actually, I do own the movie, but I don't remember that part.
You know,
I just remember we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Tiger sharks, dude. I love watching
look cool.
tiger sharks swim in the Caribbean, and they're on that blue
All I wanted
water.
was sharks with frickin' laser beams attached.
So
Another Austin Powers.
sharks,
Austin
right?
Powers. Yeah, sharks.
We
for
got
Johnny.
this. We got the the PlayStation VR at my place.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a and they call it an experience. It's not really a game. You can't like really control anything, but it's like a ride you go on. You put on the helmet, and it's they lower you in a cage down like way the fuck down into the depths of the ocean, which I don't really like deep water for one either. So it already is kind
High or low, you're not good with.
well, yeah. I like to be right on
Jamie
the
has a height
ground.
issue.
Yeah.
Sea level. That's like where I like
Yeah,
to be.
right.
Right. So, but you go way down in the ocean. It gets dark, and then it gets bright again, and then you're cool. You're down there, but there's two of them. One of them is just an experience where you go down there and you see a bunch of really cool shit, and it's in VR, so it's all three-dimensional shit going all around you. It's really cool. Well, there's one where a fucking giant shark attacks the cage that you're in, and it's not a game. You don't have a control. You can't do
yeah, you
anything.
can't fight back or do
Yeah, you
anything
just
or
have-
get away or whatever.
You just
You
have
could
to
just
sit
look
there.
around.
Yeah, you just have to sit there terrified.
That sounds so fun.
That sounds awesome.
That
Yeah.
sounds hideous.
It's
Fuck
great.
sharks,
The
bro.
best thing to do is to like have somebody who's never played it watch you do the sane one, and then
Right.
you go, "Oh, you
And
want
you
to try
trick
it?"
'em?
And you give them the shark one.
That's
I go,
awesome.
What the fuck
That's
is
evil.
Nice.
that? What the fuck is that?
At least I know about this now.
Oh yeah.
I have VR goggles at work with my phone, so like you put them on, and the sensation is so weird because you're stationary, but you're looking around.
But you can move, you can control it.
Yeah, and you can even turn around and look at what's behind you and stuff.
Yep.
And it's such a weird sensation because you feel so off balance, like you're not touching what you're looking at.
Yeah, I can't
fucking
do those
weird
things because of my glasses.
The PlayStation VR fits over glasses.
Yeah, I'll pass. Thanks, bro.
I'm just saying it does. I'm just saying.
So
We've done this before.
leading on to Kenny, I feel like if the VR game had certain things in it, you would be really freaked out.
Like what?
Like I don't know, maybe It.
Yeah, fuck you.
Kenny.
So my fear is clowns.
Yep.
Like I can't fuck with clowns. I'm sorry.
They're creepy. I agree.
They're creepy. That whole
White
thing.
shark.
Yeah, it's just
White shark clown in a closed space that's low at the bottom of the ocean, and we're fucked.
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we're fucked.
He's got that bozo phobia.
Now you know how to defeat us,
Dude, I
government.
have so much fucking
That's
like
not even how to
make it happen.
anxiety right now just
If-
thinking about that, dude.
If you want to get
Oh my
beat down, wear a clown.
Stop. Let's stop this topic, please.
Oh god.
This is quickly becoming my worst fear.
So real quick, the other day at work, one of the residents had a clown association, West Coast Clown Association shirt on.
Oh man.
God.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm so going the other way.
I'm going home.
Yeah.
I feel sick.
What was he a what are those clown guys? The Insane Clown Posse? Was that part of that whole deal?
No. The people that I work with
ICP?
are older, so he was an older gentleman. But yeah, he's part of the West Coast.
The real clowns.
region.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a juggalo.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Like circus clowns,
It
right?
was like real like
clownery.
clown. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm good.
All right, let's quit clowning around. Anyone else have a topic here?
That was fucking.
That was the point.
So real quick, I found.
Did you have one, Kenny?
Yeah, during the break, I found the story online. Hold on one second. I'm gonna
log in.
Yeah.
Kenny's gonna check his phone real quick.
I like how all our fears kind of like tied together there at the end to get that one insane, horrible nightmare of a scenario.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll be dreaming about that tonight.
Yeah. I'll be dreaming about that sex robot tonight.
Oh, so to touch on what we talked about last week, Monsanto is going to disappear.
Yeah, they're changing the name to another company, right?
Well, bare bottom. So
Right.
that did go through. Where the heck was the story at? Okay, so
I
basically,
thought it was at the very top.
no, I don't know what happened when my phone closed. It went away. So basically, but no, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened to the story, but the gist of the story was they just did basically a child pornography sex ring bust down in Florida, and it was called Operation Guardian 2. They busted 11 individuals ranging in the ages of a teenager up to a 70-year-old. The workers worked either in schools or were parents of like Boy Scout troop leaders, and one worked at Disney World and one worked at Legoland.
Wow. Jesus.
Fucking prime real estate for these people.
So the counts
Hunting ground.
altogether were like 660.
Still believe in the gun-free zones?
Yeah, 660 something counts of
child
molestation
Wow.
charges against these
It's
people.
disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah, and
dude.
one of the dudes was already a registered
Pedophile?
sex offender. Yeah.
Put him in a fucking hole.
So
Yeah.
You know what? I just saw this thing. I was on Twitter, and there's this group of Minutemen who are trying to control people from crossing the border.
Oh, yeah.
And they're finding these camps where they find kids that are trying to cross the border, and they take them to these camps and they set them up, and then they just have their way with them.
Yeah, and the Minutemen also caught those CIA drug dealers, too.
CIA just smuggling drugs.
So those
into-
Minutemen that everyone think they're all kooky and wacky and stuff, they're doing a good job. They're doing a better job than some of the police
They're
departments.
stopping pedophilia, and they're stopping
Drugs.
the CIA.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Oh my god!
No, I'm for the drug law. I mean, I'm against the drug war, but it is on the books right now, so they it's against the law, and you have the government, our own government, pushing that.
Yeah, don't start a war and then be the problem.
No,
Wow.
don't start a war when you were already the problem. You're the
Exactly,
reason why
yeah.
there is a war or a problem with drugs is because
Such
you were the
shit,
one that was
dude.
supplying it in the
Such
first
poo-poo.
place.
Such crap.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I think we're
that's all I
good,
got.
right, guys?
Yeah.
We're pretty good for today.
Okay.
Are we
You
done
wanna-
with free topics?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
Okay. You want to? So you want to save that
Yeah,
the last
for
one for
another-
next
yeah,
segment?
yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, folks. I guess that's gonna do it for us. This has been episode 2 of the Grim 86 Freedom First podcast. I got a
Coming at you
handful
live and direct.
handful of takeaways for you, kind of like we did last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here by saying, gun-free zones are for assholes. People who shoot up schools are assholes.
Oh, yeah.
People who make gun laws are assholes.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Taxation is theft.
Always.
And
Yep.
don't fuck with clowns.
Or shark clowns.
Fuck
The bottom of the ocean
Right?
in a small little cage. Don't do it.
Don't do
I have a
it.
little shout out really quick. Longhouse Boys, Ralph, Clark, Chris, what up?
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any
else?
shout outs? I already said hi to my mom. So
Kenny's
I think we're good.
daydreaming.
We're good.
Well, no, I was trying to think.
Shout
I shout out my grandma, my aunt, my mom. Hi, mom.
There you
my
go.
siblings.
I want to send a shout out to Adrian, Josh, Johnny, and Larry.
Nice.
My family members.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Got to take
Also,
care of them.
Eloy and Dave and Tom. What's up, fellas?
Yeah. That's it for us, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. We're so happy that we got this thing going. Remember, liberate your minds. Don't trust your leaders. And keep fighting the good fight. Until next time, freedom fighters, we out.